Also, shout out to everybody on the Ringo TV Raw channel. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. We got a lot to talk about. All right? So let's jump right into this. So it is official. Allison Holker is officially crazy. There's no doubt about it. This woman is gone. Like, there's so much to talk about. It's like she's living in her own world, like a child in her own world. And she's totally oblivious to the amount of people that are disappointed. Now, what I'm seeing is her, with her Instagram, right? She's ignoring Twitch's fans, but she's only concerned about people who like her. So basically, anyone who is a fan of Twitch, she don't like you. She never did, because you love Twitch. Her job is to get rid of his image, get rid of his legacy, and take his place. And that's pretty much what she's doing. As you know, I have the book. The book is just filled with lies, right? It's a book of lies. It's a book of, it should have been in the fiction section in a bookstore. That's the best way I can say it. There is so many lies in that book. And we're going to cover the whole book. Like, we're literally going to cover that whole book piece by piece by piece. We're going to dismantle everything that she had to say, because she should have never put out a book. She should have never put out a book. And it's just sad that while all of this is going on, Twitch's family ain't doing nothing. You know, they ain't saying anything. The so-called friend, Manny, he ain't doing anything. All he's doing is repeating things that I already said by telling you not to buy the book, as if though that's going to stop Allison. You know what I mean? It's just a sad situation out here, man. There are so many lies in her book, from her claiming that Twitch left her with $1 million, I guess, in unpaid taxes or something along them lines. Now, that's a lie, because first thing you have to look at is this. If you've been married to him all this time, right? You were supposed to be paying your taxes, right? So if you owed $1 million before it could even get to that point, right? You had to receive letters in the mail. So it's like, when you really think about it, if you live in the real world, you would know she's lying off the top, because she would have had to been paying her taxes and various other things. But to say that she was in debt, or Twitch left her with $1 million debt, but yet she bought a $5 million mansion, you know, you got to think that this woman is just, she's a narcissist. Like she's really crazy. As I look through her book, I am telling you, this woman is crazy. She's a crazy lunatic that somebody is literally promoting her. It's not just Allison, guys. There is someone else involved in the death of Steven Twitch Boss that is funding this machine. She's literally AI. When I look at Allison, I see an AI robot. She have no empathy, like she have no care. There's no love. She's not demonstrating any concern about the fans of Twitch. You have never heard her speak to the fans of Twitch. You have never seen her say anything positive towards the fans about, hey guys, I really appreciate. She's living in her own world, guys. She's a narcissist. She needs medical help. And I'm not just saying that to be funny. Like, she displays all the symptoms of a narcissist. And somebody literally cut her loose in the industry to do this madness. Like, this woman is literally out of her mind. She's on her Instagram page promoting a book, and she's not even concerned about all the negativity that's coming her way. Right? All on Amazon you know, you have a lot of negative comments, and we're gonna do a video about that because she hired some troll accounts to basically give her 5 stars for her book. So if you go to Amazon, you'll see a couple of posts and it's all 5 stars saying, yeah, great memoir, great this, great that. And those are not real people. Those are fake accounts that are designed to make the book sound like it's a good book. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the book. The book is bullshit. You understand? The book is a book of lies. That's all it is. Listen, Allison Holker's book is pure BS, guys. When I tell you, like, literally, like, I have the book here. And by the way, I took the damn cover off because I'm tired of that damn cover. You know what I mean? But I have the book right here. You know, as you can see, that's for the Ringo TV Raw channel. You know what I'm saying? So obviously I have the book, right? You already saw me with the book. But my point is, and like I said, we're going to cover a lot of stuff with this book. It's just too much. It's too much garbage in here, man. Too much garbage. Let me see if I can find something real quick. Hold on. When I tell you, this thing is horrible. Like, there's no way that this woman had any love for Twitch. His life was in danger the day he married her. The day Twitch married that woman, literally, his life was in danger. I can't stand this mess, man. That's crazy, man. Why in the world would she release this book? Let me see. Somebody named Jaja says, y'all standing in line to be the next Twix. What exactly do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? You trying to be funny? Are you trying to be funny or something? That was supposed to be a joke? See, I don't have time for the BS. It's too early. Right? So let me pack you up real quick. Because nobody's standing in line to be next. Right? I can sense a spirit on you right away. So you're up on out of here. Right? Now, let's get back to the show now. Let me see. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. Okay. Yeah. Right? All right. Now, let's get back to the show. This particular book here, ladies and gentlemen, is full of sickness, man. Absolute mayhem and craziness. And if anybody come in here with any BS, talking crazy, I'm packing you up. Because I'm trying to bring awareness to something serious, but you got these folks that come in here playing these little games like we here to play. I'm not here to play with nobody. I'm not here to be, acting a fool when you have a lunatic woman who is out here literally on demon time, and everything is entertainment and laughter, right? I'm not here to play, right? So I need you to understand that I'm serious with what I do, right? So, as you come in the building, pull up a chair, click that like button one time, support the show, because we have a lot of things to talk about concerning this crazy woman. She went into details in that book about when the cops came to her house. She talked about how she showed them camera footage that showed Twitch walking out the house, but she ain't show us. She ain't show us nothing. She made up a whole story, guys. It's just bad, man. It is just bad. She talked about his brother, how his brother was able to track his last transactions, which brings us into question, His brother. Because like how did his brother know when Twitch made his last bank transaction? Like how did his brother know that? Does that make sense? Like none of this stuff is making sense. Like everything about this situation is crazy. You know what I mean? Everything. Like nothing is adding up. Like this whole book is a book of nothing but lies from a narc. And somebody gave her the green light to go out there and basically just lie on this man. And what's so sad is Twitch's family ain't doing nothing. Twitch's family ain't doing anything, man. This man is literally dead and you have a crazy woman like this. Listen, guys, let me see if I can find something, man, so I can read, man. I didn't have this plan, man. Like, for real. I did not have this plan because I want to break this thing down little by little. I got some of these things highlighted. I had to go get me a highlighter because it is just sick. Let me see where that section is. I should have folded the damn page. Let me see. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. All right, so we got that. Not that. Like, I'm going to be covering this story forever. Like, literally. Because that's how much junk is in here. And it's not a good read. It's just going to get you upset. Because you're going to be like, first of all, why would she say this? Why would she say that? I should just save that. I'm going to save that for another video. I just want to focus on having a conversation with you guys because this is bad, man. This is real bad. Shame on Twitch's family for not doing anything in this fight. Shame on you. You guys have failed Twitch. I've been the voice in these streets talking about these situations, and the family is just quiet like a bunch of damn cowards. I don't got no respect for you guys. I'm fighting for Twitch and his fans that actually supported him because he really have nobody that's fighting for him. Twitch's family has failed him. They're not voicing their thoughts. You don't see them on social media. You don't see them doing no interviews. You don't see them reaching out to platforms to share their thoughts, to make it hot. You know what I mean? Like they're not doing anything. And it's sick. It's like how could you have a family member out here and have all this mess? It don't even make no sense. Book is not about her life. What are you talking about? You must be a troll. I already know you're a troll, right? That's probably what it is, right? This book is about her life. No, it's not about her life. It's about tarnishing the life of Twitch. See, if you actually own the book and look through the book, it supersedes everything else that she have in the book with the amount of evil she said about Twitch. She basically called Twitch a pedophile. She claimed that he left her in debt. She claimed so many negative things. It's difficult to keep up. It's difficult to keep up. This woman is horrible. And she had everybody signing NDAs. So you made everybody sign NDAs so you could do all this dirt on Twitch? Like, this is crazy, man. And again, we stream it on 2 platforms. So those of you that are on the Ringo TV Raw channel, understand we're also on the reaction channel, Ringo TV Reactions. That's where you'll be able to see any sort of visuals that I post. You know what I'm saying? So now on Instagram, she had post this. Again, if you're on the Ringo TV Raw channel, you can't see it. All you can do is see me and hear my audio. The visual stuff that I put on the screen is only available to the Ringo TV reaction audience, right? So she made this post on her Instagram saying, my book, This Far, is out this week. Now, keep in mind, she made that post recently, but she's saying it's out this week. It's already out. What is she talking about? You know what I mean? This is AI. Like, her whole platform is AI. It's never easy to share your story, but you guys have been there at my side through so much and have been a huge support system for me and my beautiful children. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. I hope you continue to live and lead with love. That's AI right there. That is not a human expression. Because when you look at her comments, everybody in the comments is negative. Everybody in the comments is saying, listen, man, you're crazy. Like, something wrong with you. Like, what's the matter with you? Like, are you out of your mind? And then you got all these troll accounts that are on her page basically responding to people by saying, oh, y'all just mad because she's enjoying her life. Like, is everybody crazy? Is everybody lunatics? Like, this woman is evil, pure evil. And yet you can't see between the lines. Like, who wrote that caption? That caption was not written by Allison, just like her book wasn't written by her. Her book was not written by her. She's not smart enough to write a book, guys. She's not intelligent enough to write a book. The woman is damn near slow. Like, if you look at how she communicate, right? If you listen to how Allison talk, just her communication, when you hear how she talk and you read this book, it's not the same person. It's not the same person. It's AI. Let me tell you something, guys. You got AI software out here, right? That you can type in what you want. In other words, write me a chapter of a book about my sufferings dealing with marriage as being a single mom. The AI would generate everything based on what you put in it. And it'll write you out a chapter for a book. And you could do this for each chapter. And the AI software will write a book. It'll write a book for you. So if it's about Stephen Twitch Boss, all she got to do is type in the key elements of what her story is about. Her husband committed the unthinkable, and she put key phrases in that book, in the AI software. It'll generate 5 chapters of a book. And she didn't even put pen to pad. This woman never picked up a pen to write. Listen, guys, this book here have, let me see. I just hit one of my damn sound effects by mistake. Came in right on time, to be honest. This book literally have over 230 something pages. 230 something pages. You really think this woman is smart enough to write a book? No. She's not intelligent, guys. She's not. How could you say Twitch left you in debt and you went and bought a $5 million mansion? How are you in debt and buy a $5 million mansion, guys? Make that make sense. Come on. This woman said Stephen Twitch Boss killed himself because he didn't want to touch Maddox. In her book. I read this to you before if you watched my live stream. We read chapter 13. I didn't finish it, but my point is I read enough of that chapter. She said Stephen Twitch Boss killed himself because he was trying to protect his family from himself from touching his son. Because he was touched when he was young. So what he feared is that he would end up SAing his own son. That's why he killed himself. That's what she said in the book. Let's look at this. Let's listen to this video clip, right? Let's listen to this video clip. Like I said, I got a ton of videos to make, man. I'm just, when you understand how much work needs to be done, and I'm the only one doing the work while Stephen Twitch Boss family just sitting on the sidelines watching me, it's sad, man. It is sad. You know? And then this clown Manny talking about, yeah, I'm gonna be putting up my videos soon, and you know, man, stop it, bro. I already done retired you, bro. Your whole career is over. I already exposed you as a fraud. You were never Stephen Twitch Boss's friend. You a damn opportunist. You know what I mean? But let's listen to this video, fam. let's listen to this video and find out what's going on here, right? Because it's a video she recently posted on her Instagram, right? Let's check this out.
You guys a little bit of insight of what's inside the book, why I started the book, and I think I'll kind of just start by saying that I'm really grateful to have all of you guys here with me, because this has been such a journey for me. I've had a lot of highs, but obviously a lot of lows with also writing a book, just because I really wanted to make sure I shared my most authentic and honest self with you, which could be really, really scary at times. But I feel really grateful that I did it, because, I'm really fortunate that I started my journey with all of you in the media, being 18 years old on my first television show. And I just feel like ever since I was 18, I had such a foundation of fans and people following my journey and supporting me, that I think that's why I felt it was so important for me to come out with this book. Is you guys have been such a huge support system through everything that I've gone through, from being a little girl and then getting married and having kids and being on all these cool, crazy dance shows, and through the immense tragedy that I went through. And you guys have just really been there for me. And so I wanted to kind of give back and share a little bit of who I am behind the scenes that you guys may have not heard before. So that's what this book is. It's a story of my life and who I was before these dance shows and all the people that really contributed to me getting there. And then obviously going on this crazy dance journey in the middle of the media and Hollywood and traveling and having kids and becoming a single mom and having more children and just traveling the world. And so I wanted to give you guys a huge deep dive into my life, and also kind of give you guys a chance to ask me questions while we're here. So,
do you see what I'm saying? Do that woman sound normal, guys? Does she sound like a woman that is mentally stable at all? The woman is sick, guys. Let me show you how sick she is, fam. In the book, right? Let me see what chapter is this. Chapter 15 of the book, right? In chapter 15 of the book, page 79, 179, excuse me. She went on to say this: one day, hand on heart, that motel will cease to exist. She's talking about the motel where Twitch allegedly took his life. She says, one day, hand on heart, that motel will cease to exist. I don't know how, and I don't care how much money it costs, but my goal is to buy it and tear it down. Maybe build in its place a beautiful dance studio. I need to change that space's energy. Allison Holker said that. The woman crazy. Now, why would you want to buy the motel, to tear it down, to build a dance studio? You know why? Because what you really don't want is for the FBI to do a thorough investigation of that motel so that they can find the tapes and dig up the real evidence, all the forensic evidence and everything else they need to find in order to tie you to a murder. And another thing is, how could you buy a motel if you're in debt? How could you buy a motel if you just bought a $5 million mansion and claim Twitch didn't have no will? Because she said that in the book. She said in the book, Twitch had no will. Twitch left nothing for the family. Basically, Twitch ain't shit. But she claimed she loved him. This is what she claimed. She literally said, hand on heart, which means she's swearing. She says, that motel will cease to exist. I don't know how, and I don't care how much money it costs, but my goal is to buy it and tear it down. Maybe build in its place a beautiful dance studio. I need to change that space's energy. Who would say such a crazy thing like that? So let me get this straight. You want to buy the motel destroy it and build up a dance studio. Why you didn't do that with the house that you sold? How come you didn't burn down the house, right? And tear down the house and build a dance studio in the house that you sold? You know, this woman is so crazy. She claimed that Twitch came to her in the spirit realm and told her to sell the house. It's in the book. It's in the book. Page 78. Check it out. It goes on and it says, let's see, where we at? Bum, ba, da, bum. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Okay, yeah. All right, let me read from here. Then there were signs. I started finding stray feathers, which according to a book I read, represents messages from the deceased. Was Stephen trying to tell me to let go of the house so we could soar instead of feeling stuck? I had asked Stephen to let me know that he was watching over us. He was almost too vigilant. After a while, his presence became overwhelming, and I had to ask him to stop. This fucking woman is crazy. This woman is literally in a house talking to demons, claiming that she's in her house talking to Twitch. And Twitch is telling her, get rid of the house so that you and your family, the family, can soar. We're talking about a man she claimed took his life. Why would you be listening to spirits? This woman also, in the book, claimed that she was seeking out information from psychics and tarot card readers and mediums and divinations, workers of iniquity. She was seeking out these type of people in order to get messages from Twitch, from the dead. Who does that? Let me go back and read this. And I want you to listen to the wording, because I want you to see how it's worded, because she's crazy. Then there were signs. I started finding stray feathers, which according to a book I read, represents messages from the deceased. Now, what kind of book is she reading? Because she said she found stray feathers, and according to some weirdo book she read, it meant messages from the deceased. Listen, fam, Twitch is dead. Ain't no messages coming to nobody. All you folks out there be believing that you're getting messages from dead people, you're a lunatic. Ain't nobody communicating with you from the dead. If you hearing anything, you are dealing with familiar spirits, which are demons. Demons. You understand? Ain't no, oh, Twitch is communicating with me from the dead to guide me. How could he guide you and he took his life, you fucking idiot? Make it make sense. You're crazy. This woman is crazy. Why would you take guidance from a man that took his life? So everything that Allison is doing right now is the guidance of demons. Let me read it again. Then there were signs. I started finding stray feathers, which according to a book I read, represents messages from the deceased. Was Stephen trying to tell me to let go so we could soar instead of feeling stuck? I asked Stephen, let me know that he was watching over us. He was almost too vigilant. After a while, his presence became overwhelming, and I had to ask him to stop. So a demon spirit that she called Twitch was in her house, and the presence was so thick, she had to ask the spirit to stop. Right? I had to ask him to stop. Wesley and I would have tons of dreams about him, all of which were airy realistic. Wesley would often see him sitting on the edge of her bed. So now Wesley, her daughter, who is another lunatic and crazy, would see Twitch on the edge of her bed. And these are the people that folks are buying and supporting and appreciating. No, they're crazy. She says, we were slowly healing on the inside, but the exterior symbol of our family, our home, was sagging under the weight of an astral asbestos. The neighborhood also had taken a haunted quality, with memories of Stephen lurking around every corner. I had to drive past the Oak Tree Inn where he died. Every time I went to the grocery store, the post office, the dry cleaners, or preferred big box stores, my favorite restaurants, or the juice bar that Stephen and I loved, it was sheer torture. I'd stare straight ahead and keep on driving as if I could make the motel disappear by ignoring it. One day, hand on heart, that motel will cease to exist. I don't know how, and I don't care how much money it costs, but my goal is to buy it and tear it down. Maybe build in its place a beautiful dance studio. I need to change that space's energy. It should have been in the fiction aisle. Her book would have been a bestseller if it was in the fiction aisle. You're not smart, Allison. You should have put that book in the fiction aisle, and it would have made sense. I think people would appreciate you because they would have known that, you know, the book is full of garbage at the end of the day. But basically, she was talking to spirits in her house, walking around the house talking about, yeah, Twitch is communicating with me. And there's more. Like, I'm going to get into all of that in other videos because I got to break all this stuff down. Like I said, it's so much stuff in that book. I got content for 2 years. I got content for about 2 years or more. Matter of fact, I think I got content forever. That book is literally a book of horror. It's that bad, you know? But let's get back to this nonsense that she's talking here.
Well, anyways, let's get right into it. This book is going to take you on a journey, and it starts off by taking you through my childhood and what really built me up to be this individual that decided to move to LA when I was 18 years old. So you're going to learn a little bit about my childhood and my family and my parents and all the different kind of trials I went through before I even moved to LA on my own, and it kind of is what built me up to have that strong will to keep going in my life. I started dancing when I was between like 10 and 11 years old. I had seen my older sister dance, and she is just such a gem of a human and someone I've always looked up to. So she is a huge reason why I'm a dancer to this day. She was also my dance teacher. And,
you can't see that she's a narcissist, guys. You can't see she's crazy. You can't see that. Anybody in their right mind should be able to look at this woman and know she lost her damn mind. She's talking in a manner that as if though she's in her own world, totally oblivious to what social media is saying. It's like she's AI. You know? And here's another thing. I'm going to throw this out there. Many of y'all not ready for it, but I got to put it out there, right? I'm probably do some videos on this. Now, listen to me very carefully. You ready? Are you ready? Put a 1 in the chat if you're ready. I don't think y'all ready for the real truth. You know how we keep talking about AI this, AI that, AI this, AI that, robots, aliens, UFOs, drones. Okay, you ready for the truth? You're AI. You're a computer. You're AI. I'm probably the first in the world to tell you that. Now, I'm going to explain something to you because you're going to say I'm crazy. But we are AI. Yeah. Recently, Irv Gotti, he passed away. He was pretty much brain dead, but they had his heart beating. See, once the brain shut down, the computer shut down. These eyes, those are lens, you know, similar to a camera. These are the best lens ever. We live in a physical body, yeah. We have memory. We can we memorize things because we're advanced machines. And we're living in this physical existence and we just don't even know why we're here, but we know we're here. And there's so much to the world that we just don't understand. But somebody created all of this. And I know it sounds crazy. AI? Why is AI being introduced to us all over the world? Because they're trying to get us comfortable with what we really are. It's going to all make sense soon. Machines, stuff is not new. We're just advanced machines. Very advanced. Matter of fact, we're so advanced, we don't even know how to use our real power because we haven't been updated with the software yet. This is why the Messiah was able to do things that people didn't think was normal, like walking on water, healing the sick, opening blind eyes, doing all of these different miracles. We wondering, well, how was he able to do that? Because he was already woke. And he was trying to get us to understand who we are, but we rebelled. And this planet is really a prison. It's really a prison planet. But see, that's a whole nother topic because I might have had gotten you spooked. But this is real talk. Now, another flip side to the coin, ladies and gentlemen, is there are other aliens in this world, other entities from other worlds. And these are they. Allison is not of this world. She's a different program. The Matrix tried to inform us of these machines. You understand? Terminator tried to inform us about these machines, but we didn't listen to the movies. They tried to give us the messages, but we won't listen. You understand? We could remember our entire childhood. Sometimes when these memories come back, you relive them. It's like just yesterday. We live in a world that is changing day by day. When we were all kids, we only dreamed of having cell phones like this, where we could see one another. We used to talk about these things when we were kids. We used to talk as kids about having cell phones that you could see each other, like in the movies. Y'all remember in the movies, they used to have the phones where you could see the person? And we used to dream about that stuff, and we knew in the future we would have it. Now we got it. The technology is here now. What do you think it's going to be like in the year 2050? What do you think it's going to be like in the year 2100? What do you think it's going to be like in the year 3000? Then you're going to know the truth. The truth is, we are not who we think we are. And I know a lot of you, that went right over your head. because what you're witnessing is a program that has malfunctioned. Allison Holker is a machine who have malfunctioned and destroyed Twitch. She's a robot. That woman is not human. There's no way. She's not showing no signs at all. Do you understand me? None. All over the world, they're introducing to us AI robots. They have movies. There's this movie. I had found the actual clip, right? It's a movie, and I think it's on Hulu. And I forgot the name of it, right? But I got it downloaded somewhere, like not the movie, but the promo for it. And the way it starts off is you have a wife who she's busy. She's busy with work. She's always out on the go. And she's pretty attractive, nice looking woman, but she's never there for her husband. So her husband is basically sex starved, lonely, you know, like most men are in most marriages, right? Because typically when women get married, they're not as active as they were when they were not married. This is why when you're in a relationship with a woman while single, it looked like y'all really hang out a lot, y'all do a lot, but once you get married, all of that stops, right? So basically what she did is she got him a robot. Now, this robot is not a normal robot. This robot is ultra beautiful, just like a regular human, flesh, everything, but it's a machine. The man opens up the box, and when he sees the woman, he gets aroused. The woman robot could tell when he is in need of sex. Like, the machine knows. The machine will come to him and be like, your vital signs are suggesting that you are aroused and in need of X, Y, and Z. But if you see this film, it'll make you think, why are they showing this to us? Why are they showing this to us? Why are they showing us these films? And there's about 3 of them that are out. A lot of us are in relationships right now with machines and don't even know it because they're in the world. Again, you have advanced human beings such as ourselves, and then you have artificial human beings that look just like us, but they're more machine than actual physical. You know, you have the physical, you got the spiritual, but with these machines, they are physical and machine, not spirit. But they look like us, function just like us, but they don't have a soul. And that is Allison. She's one of those machines. She's not who we are. And there are many entities in the world that are just like her. That's why this book is so sick, because it plays with your intelligence. The things that she said in this book is diabolical. It's diabolical. I just showed you a chapter there where she was speaking to demons. She said it was Twitch. She said Twitch was speaking to her from the dead for her to get rid of the house. That he was guiding her. And she was asking Twitch, so what should I do? Why would you be asking a man for guidance that killed himself? Then there's more chapters in there where she's angry with Twitch, saying that, oh, you left me with the kids and I got to take care of this and take care of that. Like, the book is, it's crazy. It is meant to make you upset. In her mind, she thinks she's doing a good job. But if you're a human being, if you read it, you'll be upset. You'll be upset with the way she made Twitch look. She literally said that Twitch was a pedophile in so many words. She said it in chapter 13, that Twitch killed himself because he was afraid he was going to touch Maddox. Where'd she get this madness from? Why would Twitch violate his own son? This is what she said. You're not going to get no response. Like I said, I don't trust Twitch's family. Yvonne, let me see. Yanova said, I reached out to Mama Boss and told her how you are fighting for him and got no response. You're never going to get a response because they don't respect the work that I do. And this tells me that they're in on it too. I don't trust them. I'm just being honest with you. I'm fighting for Twitch and Twitch's fans that actually rock with him. That's it. I'm not fighting for the Boss family because I don't trust them folks, because you're not the first to tell me that. I had people that told me they reached out to them, got no response. So I'm like, you know what? They're in on it. They must have got a cut. Look, guys, listen. You don't sign an NDA unless you got something in return. Do you understand me? If Miss Holker made Mama Boss, the cousins, whoever, and everybody signed NDAs, they had to get something. They had to get something in return. It couldn't have been just sign here and that's it. No, because to sign, to have that agreement, you got to give me something in return. You got to give me something that's going to make me stay quiet. We have to have a deal. You know? If a man is, let's say, for example, you got this basketball player and he's married, he practiced monogamy, but he's cheating on his wife with this white woman over here. And he been with her for about 5 years. They have some sort of secret great relationship. He makes her sign an NDA, but he have to give her something to uphold that NDA by saying, look, I'm gonna provide for you. The child we had, you're gonna always be taken care of. I just don't want nobody to know you even exist. But I'm gonna make sure that you're taken care of. And so basically, he been taking care of that woman, and as long as he keep his agreement, the NDA stands. You think she's gonna go talk? No, because he gave her something in return. She don't ever have to work. They have a child together, and you know, he see her every other time, but he don't want it to be in the media. But he gotta keep up his end of the bargain. So something had to be given, you know, to the Boss family for them to stay this quiet, because nobody's talking. Something had to be done. It could have been a one-time payment. It could have been some investments, perhaps a share of some royalties, but it's not really all that. But something had to been given to get this level of loyalty, because there's no way you could do this to Twitch if he's my cousin and I'm an influencer on social media and I stay quiet. No, I'm talking all day. My content for the rest of my life is going to be exposing Allison, and I'm never letting up. So for them to be quiet this long, it's because they really don't rock with Twitch. And I know a lot of you probably think, nah, that's his family. They got love for him. Look, people, always remember your family. Always remember your family and the fact that you got family members that don't like you, family members that want you to die, family members that are jealous of you because You're successful at what you do. A lot of you ladies, let's talk about you for a minute. A lot of you ladies have worked, built up your life to a point where you achieve a certain level of success that a lot of people in your family have never even gotten close to. And you're not a mean person. At the same time, your family resent you because in their heart, they believe that you're trying to flex on them with your success, when really you're not. You're just living your life. You stay out of the way. You don't bother nobody. But you're doing pretty good for yourself right now. You're not a multi-millionaire or nothing, but compared to where you once was, compared to where the family come from, not many of your family members got it like that. And it's not even like you got it like that, but you're doing good. In 2025, you're doing good, and they don't like you for it. They talk about you. They won't visit you. And some of your family members, you invited them to your house so they can experience the blessings of what you were able to achieve. All you were trying to do is have some good old family time. They took it as you're trying to show off, and they resented you for it. And that's your family that did that to you. And what that did to you, it made you see the truth. And from that day, you said, you know what? No more. I'm not inviting y'all over my house no more. I'm not inviting y'all over my house no more. Because they started to look at what you got, look at your furniture, look at this, look at that. Now they tallying up how much all this stuff costs, not realizing you worked for yours. You saved, you budget, but they're not genuinely happy for you. I'm here to say, in my heart of hearts, I don't believe that Twitch's family was as happy for him as you think. Because in death, I don't see them. So all of that smiles while he was alive is fake. Because by the pure fact he dead and this woman is doing all this evil, and you don't see the family raising hell against Allison, it just proves where we are. They never really rock with him like that. They were only rocking with him while he was alive because the money was coming in. So it was easy to holler at him and be like, yo, what up, cuz? Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, yo, man, I'm kind of back up on my bills, man. You think you can front me 10 grand? Oh, don't worry about it, bro. Don't worry about it. I'll have that for you later on today, man. Cuz, man, yo, you really, man, you a real one, dog. But they was only doing that because he was alive. And you got a lot of family like that. You know, you might be the breadwinner in your family that makes the most money. Some of you have defied the odds and was able to achieve more than your entire family. And you had to separate yourself from your family, not because you're selfish, not because you're mean-hearted or mean-spirit, right? It's just that your family became toxic. And you're not too proud to talk about it with anybody. But at the same time, you had to do what you had to do to separate yourself from the toxicity. You had to remove yourself because it's a hindrance to your growth. It's causing you stress. And the more you separated yourself from your family, the more they resent you. You have family members you haven't spoken to in years. Cousins you haven't talked to in years. A decade. Never spoke to them. Some of your family members, you don't even know their children. You have never met them. That's how bad family can be. So what makes you think that everybody in Twitch's family were all loving one another? I'm not buying that. You know, I have family that I know that I haven't spoke to in years. Cousins, I haven't seen them in years. Cousins that have kids that have never met my kids. Matter of fact, my kids, listen to this. My kids have never interacted with anyone in my family. Could you believe that? That's how serious it is. So I'm being transparent with you because I'm not here to bullshit nobody. I'm telling you the real. Most of us don't even communicate with our family. So when you see that Twitch boss died and his family ain't doing nothing, because they never really rock with him. They never rock with him. It was just convenient to say, that's my cousin, or that's my brother, or that's my this. It was convenient to say that. Because in death, I'm looking around and I don't see them doing anything. And I'm like, damn, where's the family? And it must be a pretty small family because you only see a few key players. You don't see no big family. So the truth is, Twitch was a loner. He didn't have no family, guys. He didn't. Remember what Wesley said in that video that she did? That they hardly really saw each other. Because remember, they lived in one location, Twitch family lived in another. They were not mixed mingling with the family at all. You know? Serious. So when you look at this woman here, I want you to think about the damage that she's causing Twitch and the fact that Twitch's family is not doing nothing. And I need for you to consider the fact that your own family have done you dirty. All you brothers out there, you know, you started to elevate. You started to build yourself up as a man. At first, you know, you weren't making no money. You were struggling. You were bumming it out. You were on the block. But then you started to do things with your life. Once you started elevating, family started to switch up on you. You remember that? You remember when your cousins, brothers, and everybody started to switch up on you once you got that job? That you started making some money? You remember that? Do I need to remind you? Remember when they were asking you for a loan and you said no? Then they went cold, remember? That's what goes on in the real world with family. Once you tell them no, all of a sudden now you see the truth come out. Because family can be some of the most mean-spirited people ever. A lot of us, our family, be people we don't even know. I got people that rock with me, with my platform, more than my family. They know more about me than my own family. So, and even the Bible confirms that your family, I don't know the exact verse, but there's a scripture in the Bible that talks about how your true family will be they of another house, not your main family. It's going to be people of another house, another tribe. They're going to be your family because those are the people that believe in you, support you, and, you know, want to see you do well. I don't see Twitch's family fighting for him, and it's disappointing. It's disappointing that at 2:52 a.m., I can come on live and talk about these issues, but I don't see Twitch's family. I don't see them doing anything. And this woman's book is spreading nothing but lies. I have never seen lies to this degree. Listen to more.
It's funny because I think as like a young girl, a lot of people think of dancers as being like these like light dancers that are ballerinas and they're tutus. But my sister was like a warrior princess and she was super aggressive and really strong. And she was usually dancing next to the men because I was actually a tomboy. So that's kind of like what I veered towards. So yeah, my sister Jessica is the reason I am a dancer. And so she's just like a huge hero of mine. And still to this day, she is dancing. And so hopefully one day we get to dance together because we still have never done that. So that is a dream of mine. Some of my early life questions I have on here. What is one of my favorite memories of dancing. One of my favorite memories, it's actually in the book, so I'm not gonna give too many details of it, but one of my first dance jobs I ever did was at the opening ceremonies of the Olympics way back in 2002. I was actually dancing with Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I mean, everything she's talking, man, it sounds so unnatural, so fake. Like she's in her own dream world. Like, I just don't get it, man. It's like crazy hearing her talk, man. It's like, it's so annoying because you know she's being fake. And then on top of that, she's lying about Twitch, but trying to talk about her own dancing abilities. Why? Because she's trying to erase Twitch's legacy. She don't want nobody to think about Twitch no more. She hates Twitch's fans, right? She's only hoping that the fans that rock with her will continue to rock with her. Nobody should be following Allison right now, man. No one. You know? And it doesn't make any sense. You know? She don't talk about no alcohol addiction that she had, right? She won't talk about that. You know, that's why that video was released in the public, because they knew it's not in her book. You see? And then again, I can't even say it's not in her book because I didn't get that far in, but we know it's not in her book. She's not going to put in her book that she got arrested for public intoxication. She's not going to put that in the book because that would make her look bad trying to judge Twitch of having an addiction when she's the one with the damn alcohol addiction. She's the one who got a new $5 million mansion. Hear this, guys. With a so-called wine cellar. That's right. It's in the book. That was the key factor of her buying the house. That it got a wine room, guys. So she can have all her alcohol in there. Ain't that crazy? It's nuts, man.
And I was like a teeny tot. I was so little, but walking out into that arena, it was absolutely insane.
And shout out to everybody that super chatted. I probably missed a few, but I think I see KD support says, I don't think they ready, cook up. And also Rhonda. So salute to all of y'all for supporting. I think I missed one. My apologies, because I was pretty much working, focusing on the show. But Rhonda says, look at last day Twitch was on Ellen. Tell me what I guess you see, and also something for that trash book. Well, I appreciate that. I mean, I spent $20 on the book, so that 20 comes in handy. You know what I'm saying? I did that for the people so that we can find and get the content and break down what's going on in the book. Yeah. So let me see. Katie says, I don't think they ready. Oh, I read that already. All right. What else we got? And she is sending a message, shacking up with a white man. Them snow bunnies are cold. But the thing is, he's still married. So she's basically a home wrecker and an adulteress because she's messing around with this dude. He's married to this woman still, and she most likely was with him the whole time while she was with Twitch. You know? It's just that now she feel comfortable to come out with him.
Opening ceremonies, like if you've never been to that and experienced that kind of energy, it is just so electric and crazy. But even beyond that, so I got to dance with Earth, Wind, and Fire, but I got lost on my way to the restroom. And so this story is actually in here like more in depth, but essentially I got lost because I was a little girl and I didn't know what I was doing, and I don't know why I didn't have an adult with me. But I went back, after I went to the restroom, I went to the wrong tent. And there were all these crazy guys in like black and white.
To those of you that are on the Ringo TV Raw channel, as I said earlier, we're streaming on 2 platforms, right? So if you can't see something, it's because you're not supposed to. You're not on that channel, right? I am communicating with 2 channels. One here, one here. My larger platform, Ringo TV Reactions, is the main source where I'm showing the visual footage. All you can hear over here is the audio, and you can see me in a vertical frame, whereas on the other platform is horizontal, right? Okay.
Makeup with like their crazy tongues hanging out and like these crazy boots. And I just sat down at a couch with them and started talking with them. And one of them was like, oh, try on my boots and blah, 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 all this stuff. I sat there and I realized I was in the wrong tent. And then I was like, oh, I've got to go. I'm in the wrong place. I'm not with like my troupe of dancers. I left. And then later on in the show, I saw that same group of guys walking down the hallway and everyone was like cheering like, oh my gosh, it's Kiss. I was hanging out with Kiss, like the rock band Kiss, for, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, just chatting up with them. And I'm like so little talking with them. Anyways, that's like one of my favorite childhood memories as a dancer because I feel like that was really crazy. And I don't know where my adult supervision was. So you'll learn more about stuff like that. So stuff that's really fun in my childhood. But then also I'm going to kind of jump ahead a little bit. So when I was 18.
Allison, I don't think you understand. Nobody cares about your childhood. Nobody cares about you. Right? Let's talk about it. Nobody cares about you, Allison. Nobody cares about your childhood. Nobody gives a fuck. What people want to know is about Twitch. I don't think you get it. People tolerated you, right? Twitch was the star. Sometimes you just don't get it. Like, you got to really know your place. Twitch was the star. Twitch was the one his fans loved. They didn't love you. And that's okay. You're just not the one. Right? That's something you got to understand. It's like being in a group that's popular. That's like, what was that group? What was that group that Beyonce was in before she separated? What was the group? Destiny Child? Okay. Destiny Child, right? You have Destiny Child. I haven't heard that name in years. I actually know it, but I haven't heard of that name in years. You know what I mean? And in my opinion, Kelly Rowland have always been the finest woman. Always. But Beyonce was the popular one. So if you're in Destiny Child, and remember, they switched up the group. Remember, they had other ladies that was in the group that left, and then they replaced them with new women. So once you understand that Beyonce is the main lady in the group, even though you're talented, even though you might be a good singer and you're in the group, at some point, you got to recognize, look, Beyonce is the star. I'm with her, I'm with the group, but Beyonce is the star in the group. So let me just play my part, get my money, and just enjoy my time. Maybe down the road, I can have a solo album and do what I got to do. But Beyonce is that star. Same thing with Twitch and Allison. Twitch was the star. So even though we saw Twitch dance with her, we don't care about her. Not that we're being mean, but they came to see Twitch. Just like when people go to a Destiny Child concert back in the day, they really came there to see Beyonce. They know the other ladies are there. We respect them. We're not dissing them. I'm in no way trying to diss the other ladies because, again, I don't make the rules. I'm not here saying Beyonce was better than any of them. If I had to pick between all of those ladies, it would be Kelly Rowland. From day one, as soon as I saw her, she was the finest one out of all those women. What I'm speaking on is what the world see. The world hold up Beyonce as the most popular. They keep saying she's the most beautiful. I don't think she is at all. Like, I don't get it. I know some of you guys might say, what? You bugging. Beyonce is fine. Fam, I don't like her, bro. It's just, I think it's the way her attitude is. It's just something about her. I just don't like her. You know? But when people went to the Destiny Child concert, It is because they wanted to see Beyonce. So when people saw Twitch, they wasn't looking for Allison. They weren't looking for Allison. They accepted her because that was his woman. So they kind of just say, you know what? Let's accept her. But they didn't love her. They did not love Allison like people love Beyonce more than all the other ladies. You see the difference? So I need for you to understand that, to understand what she's doing here. She's trying to be the one that is popular. She's trying to be a star when she was never a star. Twitch is the one who made her relevant. You know? Twitch is the one that's relevant. That's just the way it is. You know? And I shouldn't even be talking about Kelly because isn't she married? I'm over here talking about how fine she is. Remember what I told you guys? When a man, and I think I said this to the ladies, anytime a man say that you're fine, you know what that means. So it's like I'm in trouble all already. You know? But it is what it is. Let me see what's going on. Shout out to Exandra for the support, sponsoring the work. Says Ringo. Her crazy AI self belongs in jail. Thank you for your hard work. Appreciate you sponsoring the show. I believe she's going to go to jail, man. I believe that there's going to be an investigation. I don't know when, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I believe that there is enough evidence that is being spilled in that book that is giving conflicting stories. It's almost like she's trying to tell us Twitch's entire story, and she's not even Twitch. Nobody could tell your story. Nobody could tell anything about you but you. She cannot speak for Twitch. She can't. Like I said, the book is disgusting, man. Like, this whole book is one big mess. One big mess, guys. One big mess. Let me see if I can find something else. Because really and truthfully, I'm going to do all of this in a separate video, right? But, you know, I just want to show you a couple of things. Let me see. Let me see. Ba-ba-da-ba. On page 123. Page 123. No, 122. Let's go over there. Page 122. And we're going to talk about these things in separate videos too. She says the police had other theories. They asked if we had a fight, if there was abuse in the home, right? The police had other theories. They asked if we had a fight, if there was abuse in the home, if he had a history of adultery. Every question was asked. Every question was like a body blow. My trust in the police began to waver. I kept thinking about what Stephen had said about black men and law enforcement. It hit me. I'm not just missing my husband, I'm missing a black man. Will they put as much effort in finding him? Think about what she's saying. In her mind, she's thinking, would they put as much effort in finding him? I was convinced that he had to be hurt or lost somewhere. I tried to convey to the police what they didn't understand. Stephen's the most loyal, loving husband and father. We had just returned from a lovely anniversary weekend. Now think about that, guys. Her and Stephen just returned from an anniversary weekend. Why would Twitch take himself out right after his anniversary? Why waste my time going on an anniversary with my wife, spending time with her, only to take my life after? Does that make sense? The man was murdered. Twitch was murdered, right? So it goes on and it says, where is it? Okay, I was convinced. All right, I read that part. Loving husband and father, we had just returned from a lovely anniversary weekend. For God's sake, we're happy, I told them, as a little voice in my head whispered, right. 2 officers followed me home to look around. They accessed our security camera footage. Remember I told you their home have cameras. How come we, the public, have never seen any of this footage with Twitch? How come the news media didn't put this out? Normally they'll put this out. You'll see Twitch walk out the house. They never release this. The FBI need to investigate this. The FBI need to contact Ring and get the footage because, again, with these Ring cameras, the footage gets deleted after about a month or 2, if I'm correct, and you won't have access, but it's within the Ring company. They got the file. So the FBI need to investigate that footage to see if what she's saying is true. Somebody at the FBI, look guys, we have to be real, man. People know this is, listen, people know Allison is guilty. They're just protecting her. If I was in law enforcement, I would have been cracked this case, man. I already did solve the case. She's involved. Her hands is dirty. I'm telling you. She said, 2 officers, we need to know their names. What are these officers' names? The FBI got to get involved because these 2 officers could be dirty cops. They could have combed the crime scene, omitted information from being recorded on the file, right? These may be 2 officers Allison is familiar with. They could be friends of the family. They could be cousins, this, that, which is a conflict of interest. Shouldn't have a cop who is a family member come into your house. That's a conflict of interest. That's a conflict of interest to have a cop who is a family member come into your house to investigate a crime scene. Because they're not going to throw you in prison. They're going to take evidence and cover it up. So the FBI need to get involved. It says 2 officers followed me home to look around. They accessed our security camera footage, which showed Stephen slipping into an Uber car around the time he was supposed to meet me at the gym. What? Wait a minute. Didn't Allison say in her initial story that Twitch just got up in the morning and left? That's what she told us, right? She told us in the initial story on, I believe, TMZ, that Twitch got up in the morning, didn't say anything, and stormed out the house. Now, in her book, she's saying they accessed our security camera footage, which showed Stephen slipping into an Uber car around the time he was supposed to meet me at the gym. So you weren't home. Where's the FBI? She's supposed to be at the gym. She's supposed to be at the gym. But she told us in the initial story that broke that Stephen got up, stormed out the house, and didn't take his car. She made us believe that she was home. But she was at the gym. Who was with the kids? Who was with the kids, Allison? If you're at the gym, if he left at the time he was supposed to meet up with you at the gym, that would suggest that in the morning, you and him had a conversation about going to the gym. So who's watching the kids? Why would Stephen leave the house knowing you're not there, don't speak to the kids, right? But go to a hotel to kill himself? Does that make sense? Why would Twitch leave the house knowing his wife is not there? She's at the gym, where the kids are. And why would he not take his car? Better yet, why you didn't take the car? Allison, how you get to the gym with no car? That was the car that was on the property. Allison, what car you took? There's only one car there. So what car did you take to the gym? You walked there? Because you walked to the police station to report the story. You didn't even take a car. If I was a detective, you would be screwed, Allison. I would be grilling you in a room. That's right, for 8 hours straight, questioning you while the tape is recording. Because I already know you lying. You said they accessed security camera footage which showed Twitch slipping into an Uber car around the time he was supposed to meet me at the gym. So you were at the gym. So at the time Twitch left, you were already at a gym, but didn't take no vehicle? How did you get to the gym? Shouldn't he have drove you to the gym? She's lying, people. She's not getting her story right. He had that omnipresent black backpack slung over his shoulder. The officer asked me if Stephen owned any handguns. I was aware that he had bought one in 2022 during the pandemic. He was scared because the city was experiencing a severe spike in riots and robberies. Several houses in our neighborhood had already been hit. You lying. You lived in an upscale community. You're a fucking liar. You're a liar. I live in a nice community. In this community here, I don't gotta, listen, I can leave the front door open. There was a time that I, you know those little garage controller things? I had made a mistake and I guess opened it and didn't know. And the garage was open all night. I'm sleeping upstairs. The whole garage was open the whole time. And nobody went into the garage. Nobody went into the garage. And this ain't no community with $3 million homes. Nice community in the South. But compared to where Allison was living, no. That community was upscale. You had to be rich to live over there. You had to be rich to live where she was with Twitch. Ain't nobody coming over there to rob nobody. She's lying. When you live in an upscale community, you don't worry about stuff like that. That's why you pay that kind of money. When you live in a nice community, you go there because you don't want to worry about crime and burglaries. If you want to be burglarized, live in the hood. Go there and live. Then you'll worry about getting your car robbed, scraped, robbed, this, that. Now you got to worry. But when you move, you put your money together to go to a nice neighborhood to live, it is because you want to be away from the crime. None of these neighbors out here have to worry about somebody trying to steal. Nobody got to worry about that. You know how many times Amazon sent packages to this house and it's a neighbor down the street somewhere? I mean, I normally open up packages as soon as I get them, but sometimes I open up a box, I'm thinking it's mine because I'm expecting something. I'm always ordering from Amazon, and I look, I'm like, I didn't order this. What the heck is this? So I look at the box, it's a neighbor's box. So I would put the item back in, tape it up, walk down the street, go ring their bell. You know what I mean? I know they got cameras on their door, and I'll just let them know, hey, neighbor, they sent your package to my house. I thought it was mine. I opened it up. My bad. Here it is. It's on the stoop, on the porch in front of your house. And they'll say, hey, thanks. Good looking out. Appreciate that. You know? That's how I move. You know? And for some people, they don't ever experience that. Like when I was in the hood, I used to get Amazon packages and neighbors would rob the packages. They would never return them. They would keep them. You go in Brooklyn, New York right now. All of you in Brooklyn, New York that got the Ring app on your phone, right? They have something called Neighbors, and it always alert you of people that are porch pirates. Put a 1 in the chat if you watch that for entertainment. Porch pirates, that they come on your property and they steal your packages, right? I watch it all the time on my my app, on the Ring app. It's crazy because these people literally will walk on your step on your house and steal your packages, bro. You know? If I ever catch somebody doing that, fam, I'm gonna beat the shit out of them, bro. Like, no cap. I'm not playing. I don't like thieves, bro. I don't like thieves. I cannot stand a thief. I would rather you ask me for something than try to rob me, bro. I have a serious problem with a thief. I don't like them, man. Like, I really believe their hands, you need to chop their damn hands off and end that career. Matter of fact, in some countries, they do that. If you steal, they chop your hand off. They don't play, you know? So let's get back to this, fam. And again, I didn't even plan on doing all of this reading. I wanted to do this in a separate video. I'm going to do it in a separate video, right? But going back to the gun, she says, the officer asked me if Stephen owned any guns, right? I was aware that he had bought one in 2020 during the pandemic. He was scared because the city experienced a severe spike in riots and robberies. Several houses in our neighborhood had already been hit. These are all lies. When you live in a community that is upscale, everybody got guns. And if it's a Second Amendment state, you can put somebody down if they try to rob your house. You know what I mean? Like out here in North Carolina, if you fuck around with somebody, you will find out. You will find out that people are not playing. Everybody out here is armed. Everybody. Everybody got guns. Everybody in this community have a gun or guns. It's not a game. So when you understand that, you're not going to play around with nobody, especially playing around with kids. Like if you messing around with kids or you harm a kid, you going in a box. That's just the way it is. So the community Twitch lived in, only rich ninjas live in that area, or rich white folk live in that area. I did a Google map of the area, guys. It's not no basic area. You gotta have money to live there. So nobody just can't come up in there and rob the place. That's crazy, right? So it goes on. He was scared because the city experienced a severe spike in riots and robberies, right? Several houses in our neighborhood had already been hit, but I had no idea where he kept the gun. You hear what she just said, guys? She said, I had no idea where he kept the gun or if he even knew how to operate it. This is a woman that claimed she was married to this man. How the fuck you living in the same house with a man and you don't even know where the gun is? How are you with a man that you're married to? He buys a gun, but you don't even know where the gun is. Do you see how she's trying to distance herself from the murder weapon? So I'm in a house, but I don't know where the gun is. So how do you protect yourself if he's not home? How do Allison protects herself if she don't know where the gun is? She's lying, guys. Now, think about this, guys. The chapter for where this is, the chapter is called, look at the chapter. I lied. That's the name of the chapter. The name of the chapter, chapter 10, I lied. And you wondering why we're reading all of these lies? How could you be married to a man and don't know where the gun is? Come on now. So she says, I was unaware. I had no idea where he kept the gun. Now, keep in mind, she's telling this to the cops. She's lying to the cops by saying, I didn't even know where he kept the gun. You live in the house and you don't know where the gun is? This is crazy, man. I never seen nothing like this before, man. Like, the level of lies in this book is just sad, man. Because for her to not know where the gun is would put the children at risk. You would have to know where the gun is. I talked about this the other day, that any gun owner would make sure that the gun is all the guns would be in a safe place, away from the reach of children. But it would be in a place where you could gain access very quickly in case of an emergency. She said, I had no idea where he kept the gun or if he even knew how to operate it. So you and Twitch never went to a gun range? So you don't even know if he know how to operate a gun. These lies, bro. She says, I vaguely recall that he might have made one trip to the shooting range. Rooting around, the cops found an unlocked gun case. The gun missing. So let me get this straight. Cops are in your house. They find a gun case, but you don't know where the fuck the gun case is. Cops come to your house. They find an empty gun case, but you live in the house and have no clue where the gun is, but the cops were able to locate where the gun was. This is why I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, the FBI need to investigate the cops that were at her house. You guys have, listen, if the FBI don't get involved with this, the system is corrupt. You can't trust nobody, man. Because the cops need to be investigated. How could cops walk into the house? Because here's the thing. How are they searching your house without a search warrant? How are cops searching your house without a search warrant? They're not supposed to be searching. They're supposed to be asking you questions. That's it. They could question you, but searching through your house? No, can't do that. Come on now. We already talked about the medians already from the book. We already talked about her communicating with demons. You probably missed it. This woman said that cops came to the house, searched, and found an empty gun case. How could they search your house without a warrant? Come on now. How could that be possible? A cop is not supposed to be searching for nothing. Listen, they could ask you questions, but they cannot search for anything unless they suspect that a crime is being covered up. That's why they would be searching. They're not going to be searching your house for no damn gun. If you yourself said you don't even know where it is, why would they be in your house searching? Why would you even allow them to? They violating your rights. So I would suspect that the officers that was in this case, they are possibly a part of the murder of Stephen Twitch Boss. There needs to be a thorough investigation to find out if Allison Holker have law enforcement that is in her family, that she may have possibly contacted and reached out to for extra help. You know? You're asking me, what did Allison do with the shoe boxes? You probably new to the show because we already talked about all of these different things. It's a crazy question you asking me, number one, by asking me, what did she do with the shoe boxes? Like I'm there to know what she did with the shoe boxes. There's no way she found drugs in a shoebox. It seemed like Allison is out of touch with everything that's going on in the house. Number one, she wants you to believe that Twitch had a stash of drugs hidden in a closet and claims she never knew it was there. Been with the man for damn 9-10 years, but don't even know what's in the closet. Claim he had a bunch of drugs in the closet, but yet she found the drugs, but didn't contact the police. But yet she had the police searching her house to find an empty gun box. So let me get this straight, Allison. Cops were in your house to search your house to find an empty gun box, but yet you find drugs, a stash of drugs, all sorts of narcotics, all sorts of paraphernalia, and you don't call the same cops so that they can come on over the house so that they can gather up the drugs, which are illegal drugs. You didn't call the cops for that. Instead, you discard the drugs so that somebody else can find the drugs in the trash. Which means you're omitting the information that should be documented in the case of Twitch. Because here's the thing, if you found drugs, how do we know those are not your drugs? How we don't know those are your drugs, Allison? It could be your drugs that you found, and you're blaming it on Twitch. Come on, man. None of this stuff is making sense, man. So she says, rooting around, the cops found an unlocked gun case, the gun missing. The likely ramifications of its absence went completely over my head. I had no explanation for why the gun was gone. The cops kept any suspicions to themselves. A missing gun, but the cops kept it to themselves. Any suspicion? Those cops were working with Allison, guys. They need to be investigated too. In the meantime, Stephen's brother had been able to determine that the last withdrawal in Stephen's account was for under $10. How could Stephen's brother have that information? Stephen's brother is a suspect in the murder of Stephen Twitch Boss as well. His brother. Nobody could know my last withdrawal in my account but me. Nobody could know that. Nobody could know that. She said, in the meantime, Stephen's brother had been able to determine that the last withdrawal in Stephen's account was for under $10 for the Uber ride. How could Stephen brothers know that? How could Stephen brother know that? How could Stephen's brother determine that the last withdrawal on his account? So Stephen's brother have access to his account? I told y'all I don't trust his family. Because how his brother have that information? And shout out to Moxie for the support. I see you in the chat. How could the brother have access to account statements? I told you the family can't be trusted. And Allison threw the brother under the bus by adding him to the book. So that if she go down, he got to be investigated too. In the meantime, Stephen's brother had been able to determine that the last withdrawal in Stephen's account was for under $10 for the Uber ride. Using that information, the officers determined the area that the they have typos in this book. the officers determined the area that the fare would have covered. I guess the fare would have covered, excuse me. I'm reading it wrong. Right? Again, in other words, if it was $10 for the Uber, $10 can only get you but so far in the Uber. But that's going either direction. You get it? So based on the street where they were living, we did the Google map video with that. Based on where the Uber must have went, it's either, north, south, east, west. So they determine how far $10 can get you on an Uber. Right? And this is what she's saying, which still cannot be taken serious. Right? Using that information, the officers determined the area the fare would have covered. At a friend's suggestion, I started calling recovery centers within the radius created by the police, given his struggles with smoking and drinking. You gonna tell me this woman ain't crazy? Do you hear what she just said? She said, quote, at a friend's suggestion, that friend need to be investigated. That friend need to be investigated. Because watch this. At a friend's suggestion, I started calling recovery centers. Why would you be calling recovery centers? Within the radius created by the police, given his struggles with smoking and drinking. This alcoholic, Allison Holker, who was arrested for public intoxication, in the book on page 123, said Stephen Twitch Boss struggled with smoking and drinking. But yet, on his death, there was no fucking alcohol or drugs found in his system. You liar. You a liar. This lady said at a friend's suggestion. So a friend told her, you should start calling recovery centers for addicts. Now think about this, guys. Twitch is missing, but a friend contacted her and suggested the first place you need to start looking is a recovery center. Who does that? And then she said the most venomous, demonic thing about Twitch. by saying, I started calling recovery centers within the radius created by the police, given his struggles with smoking and drinking. So now she wants us to believe that Twitch had a drinking problem. Twitch didn't have a drinking problem, guys. If he did, alcohol would be in his system. If Twitch was on drugs, if he was an addict, let me see if I can pull this up. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let me do this real fast. Give me a minute. And I was right about the Irv Gotti and them, how they're going to make a post on their Instagram. Just like I told you guys, I said they're going to make a post on the Instagram for Irv Gotti talking about with heavy hearts and how he's passed away and the family needs privacy. We're going to talk about that later on. You know, but let me see if I can find this this receipt. Okay. Let's get this. Okay, let's put this on the screen. Now, again, Allison had wrote in her book, page 123. She states that, where is it? Okay. She states, given his struggles with smoking and drinking, I thought it was plausible that he might have checked himself into rehab. She's literally painting Twitch as a drug addict and a drunk. But now let's look at this. Check this out, guys. Now, remember, she tried to paint that he smokes, struggles with smoking. Remember she was talking about marijuana and all this other stuff? Okay, marijuana can be detected in your system for up to 90 days, depending on how often you use it. So now, again, if Twitch was a drug addict, smoking marijuana all day, drunk, drinking, right? All this negative stuff, it would be in the system for 90 days, depending on how often you use it. The length of time it stays in your system depends on several factors, you know, including frequency of use, right? Metabolism, how quickly your body processes THC, body composition, all of the other stuff. It says typically THC, the components of marijuana, let me see. Basically, it'll be detected in your body for 90 days, in your hair, 90 days, anywhere between one day to a month or longer in your urine. This is why a lot of people get afraid of urine not urine, but drug tests, like when they test you on the job for drugs, marijuana. That's why when they ask you for a urine test, people get nervous because they know if they're an active user, it's in your system. So it could be in the urine too, depending on how often the individual uses it. Up to 24 hours in saliva, and so on and so forth. 12 hours in blood. So once you do the research, ladies and gentlemen, and you figure all this stuff out, let me do one more thing. Give me a minute. Let me do one more. Right? Let me do this. Okay. Let me see if I can find this. Because, you know, we got to bring all of this stuff out. It's very important for the case. Because there's a lot of lies being shared. And I'm really tired of the lies. Right? But I know I have a receipt somewhere here. Right? I know I got it here somewhere. That's not it. Okay, it should be coming up now. I gotta label these things, man. Matter of fact, I think I have the receipt on the video. If I can't find it, I'm gonna have to check my OBS menu. Because it should be there. It's been a while since I used it, that's why. Where the hell is it? Let me check this menu. See if it's here. Let me check this. He put me on blast. Green. Okay. Is this it? No. I don't know if this is it. Let me see. Okay, here we go. So, again, she said that, hold on. She said that Twitch struggled with smoking and drinking. But it says here, shortly after the So You Think You Can Dance alum's death in Los Angeles, county medical examiner confirms that he died by blank via a self-inflicted gunshot wound, right, to the head. According to the new autopsy and police report obtained by U.S. Weekly on Wednesday, May 24th, no drugs or alcohol were found in Boss's system at the time of death. So how could Allison write in a book that Twitch struggled with smoking and drinking? It would be found in his system. If you're an alcoholic, it would be in your system. Alcohol would be in your system. Drugs, smoking weed, anything, it would be in your system. At the time of his death, he would have these substances in his system. Also, it would also suggest this. If there was no drugs or alcohol in his system, Twitch was in his right frame of mind, which means he wasn't influenced by alcohol to commit such an act or drugs to commit such an act. So what would make him take his own life if he's not under the substances of any sort of drugs or influenced by alcohol? He's not impaired or anything. So she's lying. anybody that is in the FBI should be able to know this. Like, I'm putting all this stuff together while Twitch's family ain't doing nothing. They're not doing anything. So again, on page 123, Allison literally said, at a friend's suggestion, I started calling recovery centers within the radius created by the police, given his struggles with smoking and drinking. All throughout this book, fam, she was trying to paint an image of Twitch being a drug addict, guys. Every minute she had a chance, she would say he was struggling with weed, struggling with this. He would be smoking this, that. I'm like, damn. But she's the one that got arrested for public intoxication. Remember that, guys. She got arrested for public intoxication. I don't know which video it is. Let me see if I can find the video. I'm not sure if this is it. Let me see. It's probably not. I don't hear anything, so maybe that's not the video. No. Let me see. Nope. But you know which video I'm talking about. The video we reviewed of her. Is this one? Let me see.
I have kids
Yeah.
in other states.
Okay.
I have family in other states. You guys know that I live in here. But I have, you guys are fine without me. And I'm okay. I just don't need people telling me where I need to go or not. I'm okay as a person by myself. As a female, I'm okay by myself. We understand that. I told 2 people before her, I was fine.
And again, those of you that are on the Ringo TV Raw channel, you can't see the footage. You would have to be on the Ringo TV Reaction channel to actually see what's going on. We're reviewing Allison Holker drunk, pissy drunk in public, and she got arrested for public intoxication and disorderly conduct. It's on record that she got arrested. Twitch never been arrested. Twitch have no arrest record for any drugs, any alcohol, or anything. But she have arrest records of being an alcoholic and drunk. But she's telling you that Twitch struggled with smoking and drinking. Check it out.
Wake me up. I'm woke. It's I was in the first people off that flight. After, when I was on my flight, you told them you could wake me up for a flight. You want to say that again? I could wake you up.
So how are you getting home? Are you going home now or connecting? What are you doing?
You're unconscious.
No, you're not. How much have you had to drink? Because you're not. It's not registering.
Oh my God! How much did you drink?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Why are you kidding me?
I want to get you home to where your destination is.
I don't live here.
Okay, where are you going then? Let's get you to.
Go away.
But you're not saying. Where do you need to be right now?
What do you mean?
Are you getting a connecting flight or are you going to some destination? You gotta answer our questions.
You're so rude.
No.
Oh my God, I do not have any.
Why do you think we're still in your
Oh my
business?
God.
Because
Oh my God, I have nothing.
Listen up.
I am.
We can get
Oh
rude.
I am not being rude. I haven't done anything. This is my bag.
We need you to answer a few questions before we can let you go.
I grew up here in Utah. I come here to visit my family in
You know what
town.
month it is? I'm gonna have to take you to the hospital unless you can answer my
What do you
questions.
mean you're in the hospital?
You're not acting normal, dude.
No, I do not. I don't want you guys to hear any of my stuff.
come in and pick up your wife? Okay, where is she flying to? Okay. Does she live here?
I'm sorry. Why do I live here now?
We're trying to help you get there, wherever
I
there
am-
is.
This is right here. I told you. This is the very first I told you that. I live. My family is here.
Hard questions instead of arguing. Answer some simple questions, and you'll be on your way.
I told you I live here. I have family here.
Where are we gonna go?
I'm not being picked up here.
How are you getting home?
What do you? These are not normal questions for someone.
It's not normal for people to
No.
argue with the simple questions.
These are not normal questions for someone to have a flight.
You've been unconscious on your flight.
I am not unconscious.
You were. You were
Oh my-
difficult to wake up. And we're just concerned about
I
you.
was okay. No, babe, this is insane. I was not.
Can I talk to him?
No, take your hands. You cannot touch my phone. Weaker a month? What do you mean?
The simple things that we can establish that she is oriented enough to make rational decisions. That's it.
I'm on the phone with my husband. I clearly called my husband. I clearly made rational decisions. I was able to call my husband. I clearly know that Friday night I took a night rest. No, you don't take my phone. No, don't take my phone from me. You don't. That was oh my God, Steven. No. You just forced me for my phone. No, this is not. Don't force me.
Stand up.
No. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Steven, I'm being forced. Steven. Oh my God. Steven, what are you going to do me?
Hey.
I haven't done anything. Oh my God. Steven, oh my God. I haven't done anything.
Okay, you're being detained for public intoxication
I'm not.
and disorderly
Oh my God.
conduct, okay?
I am not. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm not. Oh, these are simple questions. I have never done anything. Oh my God. Oh my God. I have never done.
Don't make it worse.
Keep walking.
No, guys. No, I haven't done anything. Oh my God, I didn't do anything.
Got her.
I knew I came here for a baby shower just to see my friend's baby, and I was supposed to leave the same night. That's the only reason.
You see what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? She got arrested for public intoxication and disorderly conduct. She has an arrest record. There's a file on her of multiple charges. But Twitch don't got no arrest record. But she want you to believe that Twitch was this alcoholic and a drug addict. But yet she got arrested at the airport.
I have kids in other states.
Think about that. And she played a victim the whole time during the arrest. She was unconscious. She wouldn't wake up. And they had to call the paramedics from the fire department, police. She tried to use white privilege to get away, but the officers was like, look, white privilege is not going to work today, because when you're at an airport, they don't play. They don't care if you're white. They don't care what you are. At airports, it's not the place to act up. Definitely not the place. When you go to an airport, make sure you're on point at all time, because the officers and security at airports is so serious, they will manhandle you. If they realize that you're a threat or some sort of disturbance, they're going to deal with you. So it's not the place to play around.
I have kids.
But that's what she did. And in that video, she called Twitch on the phone and started crying, playing the victim. And it was really sad. But now, again, this is the same woman in the book that accused Twitch of being one that struggles with smoking and drinking. She's really trying to paint Twitch as this guy that wakes up every day struggling and drinking. All she's doing is projecting what she do. In my opinion, the way I see this, all of this struggling with drugs and drinking is her. It's really her. And Twitch was protecting her image. Twitch was protecting her image. She's doing the reverse. She's not protecting Twitch. She's projecting what she always did onto Twitch's name. Whereas Twitch had to deal with a woman that was an alcoholic. He couldn't go out with her to certain places because she couldn't handle her drink. How many of you have ever been around someone who, you know, they had one drink, they start acting stupid. One drink, they started cursing people out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have drinks, but I don't mess with Henny, because Henny and me, it don't mix. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm around women and I have some Henny in my system, I'm gonna be talking about how much I want to fuck you, and like I'm gonna really be going wild. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna really start wilding out. So you don't want stay away from Henny with me. You know, some of my coworkers, you know what I'm saying, from the old job, they got some recordings of me, some of the things. Like, we had some fun, man. We used to have fun on the job. We would be with the ladies and whatnot, have a couple of drinks, and we just be wilding out. But my point is this. Have you ever been around somebody that had one drink, like just one, and they started acting stupid? I'm talking about being violent, cursing people out, doing stupid stuff. Like, you can't have them around you when you hanging out. You know, it's one thing to be tipsy and be lit. That's cool, because you're still in control, meaning you're lit, you feeling yourself, you feeling nice. You know what I'm saying? You talking wild, you're just having fun, enjoying life. But it's a difference between somebody that drink and they starting fights, cursing people out, grabbing people, doing a bunch of crazy stuff. That is how Allison was. And that is what Twitch had to deal with.
I have kids.
Twitch had to deal with that. Twitch had to deal with a woman that was violent when drinking, a woman that wouldn't listen, a woman that was disrespecting everybody. That is what Twitch had to deal with. She's crying in public. He had to deal with this. This is what he had to deal with. That's why she traveled alone, because Twitch knew she's going to have a drink on the plane. She's going to be ordering shots. You know what I'm saying? And she's going to drink too much. One drink. Matter of fact, she probably ordered one drink and was toasted already. Because, you know, on these planes, you can order a drink. You know? And that's what happened. She was toasted off of one drink, not even a bunch, a little bit. Because technically, if you're on a flight, you know, they have a lot of things you can buy, a lot of things you can get, you know what I mean? Besides those damn little crackers, you know what I mean? You know them little crackers they give you on a plane and whatnot, little complimentary cracker. You know, you buy that, they give you that with a little drink. I mean, them crackers be good when you hungry. You ever been on a long flight and they give you them cheap crackers? Them crackers be good. But she had a drink. And normally on a flight, they should know not to keep serving you damn drinks. They probably served her one, and that took her over the edge because she's really an alcoholic. She's really an alcoholic. Look, anytime you get drunk off one drink, you need to stay away from alcohol because it's not really for you. You cannot be socializing and drinking if you're an alcoholic like her. She's the alcoholic, not Twitch. When have you ever heard of Twitch being drunk? I never seen Twitch drink. I never seen or heard about Twitch drinking. I never heard that. So what Allison is doing is she's projecting her life onto Twitch. All of the negative things about Allison, she's painting that on Twitch so that she could be Twitch good things. In other words, the good side of Twitch is what she wants. Whereas the bad side of her, she's painting that on Twitch. And that's what she did in her book. You know what I mean? Imagine all these taxpayer dollars going to all these resources for this drunk ass woman. She is drunk in public, on a flight, coming off the flight, and toasted. You tell me. And again, those of you that are on the Ringo TV Raw channel, we're streaming on 2 channels. So if you're coming in from the YouTube Shorts algorithm, I have another channel called Ringo TV Reactions. That is where you're able to see the footage, right? So you would have to look it up on YouTube. Just type in Ringo TV and you'll find my other channel, right? Because we live on 2 channels right now. So in this video, Allison Holker got arrested, but there is no arrest records for Twitch. Twitch never been arrested, guys. He have a clean record. Never did no dirt to nobody, but she got arrest records. She has a history. But did she put that in the book? Did she put in the book that she got arrested for public intoxication and disorderly conduct? Did she put that in the book? Because I haven't seen it yet. You know? Manny is not Twitch's friend. I need for y'all to all understand that. Listen to me very carefully, guys. Manny Cross is not Twitch's friend. We already did videos on that. I still got to come out with part 3 of the interview that he did on Make It Make Sense, right? Manny Cross is not Twitch's best friend. Manny Cross is an opportunist who used Twitch's name and likeness to enrich himself. We exposed that in multiple videos. He's just an opportunist. That's all he is, right? That's all he is, guys. He was never his friend. He was a fan of Twitch. He looked up to Twitch and probably met up with him on a couple of occasions. He met up with Twitch on the Ellen DeGeneres show where Cheerios sponsored Manny's endeavors with opening a dance studio via the Ellen DeGeneres show, not Twitch, right? So anytime you see Manny post, talk about, oh, my best friend, you know, Twitch, all this other stuff, he's using Twitch to enrich himself. That's all he's doing. All right? So this woman right here is in no position to talk about anybody being an addict or on drugs when she's most likely using drugs, because it's not just alcohol in her system. That woman got some sort of drug in her system right there. And I guarantee you, when they locked her up, they probably ran tests and shown that she was under some sort of substance too, allegedly. But I doubt that she was just under the influence of alcohol. But again, when we look at the autopsy of Twitch, it says, according to new autopsy and police report obtained by U.S. Weekly on Wednesday, May 24th, no drugs or alcohol was found in boss system at the time of his death. So if there was no drugs, no alcohol, how could Allison say in the book that Twitch struggled with drugs or smoking, I should say, because she didn't say drugs at that section of the book. She said struggling with smoking and drinking. That's what she said. She's just a pure liar, man, and a narcissist at the end of the day. So let's get back to the tape.
My dance teacher had said to me that she went to an audition herself in New York for a show called So You Think You Can Dance. And she made it to the audition round. And she said that during her audition process, it just seemed like something that was meant for me. And so she encouraged me to drive from Utah to LA to go audition for the dance show. But I had never seen the show. I didn't know what was going to be asked of me. I had no idea what it would look like. But my parents believed in me and they're like, sure, let's go do this. I was still in high school as 18.
Notice she's only talking about herself. She want everybody to forget about Twitch and focus on her. She really think everybody rock with her. She really think anybody that follow her on Instagram are following her because they really like her. No, they followed her because she was Twitch's wife. That's it. They really don't even like her.
Years old. We drove to the Orpheum Theater, which is downtown LA, and my parents were horrified. They were like, this place is so dirty and grungy. What are we doing dropping you off here? They were really scared because also this audition was like, you have to be 18 and above as an adult. So you can't have a parent go in and supervise. So my parents were so nervous to drop me off, but I told them everything was going to be okay. I had a couple of friends that were there. So I was downtown LA. I walked into this little theater, had no idea what I was doing. And there was round after round of auditions. And I just kept making it through. And I think for me, not knowing what to expect kind of was the gift that God gave me because I didn't really have any expectation. I, at this moment, never really expected to be on TV. That's not why I was dancing. I was just doing it for the love of it.
She thinks she's a star, guys. She's a narcissist. This is what I mean about how she's officially crazy. She's talking as if though she's a star and we all love her because of how she dances. Allison, you cannot dance. I'm sorry. Twitch is the one with the dance moves, not you.
Everything. So I wanted to dance and celebrate my love of it. And so I think just having that kind of expectation really kind of kept me grounded and really ready for a new opportunity. And I walked onto the main stage. I did my solo. And luckily there were a couple people judging me that I had actually seen and known from my childhood, which is also in the book. So that made me feel really safe on that stage. I was like, I know I'm supposed to be here. I deserve to be here. I deserve this moment. And I felt so supported and I got rushed right through to the next round. And I just feel like my journey just kept, pivoting for me in the right way where life was really working for me. And I know that every step I was taking, it was met with preparation and luck. But I was just gung-ho for the journey. Nothing was gonna hold me back. I always knew that whatever I was gonna do, I was gonna succeed in it just because I knew I was doing it for the right reasons. I've always...
You know what's so crazy about this? Allison really believed that we care about all this. We don't fucking care, Allison. Nobody gives a fuck about you. I'm trying to be as nice as possible, but nobody cares about your story of being a dancer or coming up as a kid. Nobody cares. What people care about is the truth regarding Twitch. That's all we care about. Nobody want to know about your childhood or you being Cinderella or princess. Nobody cares about that. We want to know the truth about Twitch. That's the only reason why people are here. That's the only reason why anybody would be interested in even looking in your book is because they were hoping that you would stand for justice for Twitch, but clearly you're just an opportunist. You know what I mean? But nobody cares about none of these things you're saying.
Said that the reason I danced was because the purpose that God gave me in my life was really to make sure I brought love and joy to people and to myself, and to really show people they could be seen through dance. And so You Think You Can Dance, during that audition, it gave me my first opportunity to really step into that role and that purpose for myself. And I've never taken that for granted. I've always known that I was supposed to inspire other young girls to dance like how my sister did for me.
Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. From when she met and married Twitch, she never told you this story. She could have been told you this. She could have been told you that, this was her purpose. God gave her this talent. She could have been told you this, but she didn't. You know why? Twitch was too popular. Nobody wanted to hear about her. Now that Twitch is out of the way, now she's trying to focus on, this is my purpose. I can make people happy with dance. Nobody cares. Nobody is interested in seeing you dance anymore, Allison. Nobody in 2025 want to see you dance. They really don't. They want to know about justice for Twitch. That's it.
And I was always supposed to tell people stories. I was always supposed to tell the joyous stories, the joy of having a kid and getting back out there and dancing, or the tragic stories and the really dark, deep stories. And so I find that to be really interesting that I always knew that as a young girl. Going on to So You Think that was what I was supposed to do, because I feel like now in my life, I always had the opportunity to tell other people's stories through dance. And I think for the first time in my life, it's my turn to tell my story.
But you're telling people Twitch's story, which is crazy. How you gonna tell Twitch's story and he dead? You know what I mean? I don't know, man, but these damn things here is good. I don't know if y'all eat this. I normally buy these for my daughters, and I tried them, and it's like I'm literally hooked. I eat them things all the time, man. Them things is good, man. I ain't gonna hold you, fam, for real. You know what I mean? But she's posing as if though she's this wonderful woman with this dance life that everybody want to see. Nobody cares, fam. Nobody cares. Allison, if you're watching, nobody cares about anything regarding you dancing. Nobody's interested. If you were to say, hey, I'm dancing at Madison Square Garden in New York City, ain't nobody coming. Nobody's coming. I'm just saying, fam. It doesn't make any sense, man. Yeah, that's true. Why are you just now telling your fake ass story? That's what I'm saying. Like, why now? She could have been said this. She could have said this while she was with Twitch. While she was with Twitch, remember, Twitch interviewed her on the Ellen DeGeneres show, right? They could have talked about this. She's doing this now because she always wanted Twitch's spot. She always wanted his place. That's what this is about.
And so it feels like a very full circle moment that I've put in so much time and effort, always sharing other choreographers' stories or other friends of mine stories and crying.
She want you to believe that she have the ability to tell stories. Her entire book is fiction, guys. Listen to me. Guys, I have the book. Her book is bullshit. You understand? I didn't buy the book to support her. I bought the book to bring forth the truth so that you, the viewer, don't have to waste your money, and I can bring out the content by doing my investigation, by reviewing the book and sharing commentary and criticism about said book. In other words, read a little bit, talk a little bit. Read a little bit, talk a little bit. That's all. And I'm only focusing on sections that deal with Twitch. I don't care about nothing else that deal with her. I don't give a fuck about her life, her upbringing. I don't care for this woman. I don't like her. You know what I mean? My focus is getting you, the viewers, the truth about what she said about Twitch so that we can look at the lies that are being spread in the book and see how that stands next to the truth. That's all I'm concerned with, right?
With them and being there for them or supporting them or being the hope for someone else in their story. And I think this is kind of God calling on me to say that it's my time, in a different kind of way, with a different kind of voice of sharing what I've now been.
Did you hear what she just said, guys? She said she believed that it's her time. Listen.
Different kind of way with a different.
Listen to what she said, guys.
Or being the hope for someone else in their story. And I think this is kind of God calling on me to say that it's my time.
Wow. So God is calling on you now, Miss Allison, because he feels it's your time. So it's your time now. You see how this works? It's her time. After they took Twitch out, now it's her time. It's nasty work. The book have 232 pages. The book have 232 pages to the person that asked the question. Let me see. So again, we read the part where it says, at a friend's suggestion, I started calling the recovery centers within the radius created by the police. Given his struggles with smoking and drinking, I thought it was plausible that he might have checked himself into rehab. Why would he check himself into rehab if he was supposed to meet you at the gym? This woman is a fucking idiot, bro. Like, she told us earlier that Twitch was supposed to meet her at the gym on the morning he left in the Uber. But then when she calls the police, she wants you to believe that maybe he checked himself into a rehab. Why would a guy that is an alcoholic and a drug addict be going to the gym with you? So he's in the gym lifting weights while struggling with alcoholism and drugs. You really want me to believe that? You really want me to believe that Twitch struggled with drugs but was at the gym working out? Woman is a dummy, bro. Like, for real, man. I don't see how could anybody be following her on Instagram right now. Everybody should have unfollowed Allison a long time ago. She's not making no sense. Right? Go on and says, let me see. Okay. At the first few I contacted, I was told he's an adult. So even if he's in here, we aren't at liberty to tell you without his permission. Okay? Okay. The last recovery center I called was 6 minutes from our house. The woman who answered delivered the same spill as the others. I pleaded with her. I said, I understand privacy laws, and I promise to not report her if he was there, and she told me. I just needed to know if he was safe. She calmly replied, well, I'm not allowed to tell you if he is here, but if he was, would you want to leave him a message? And I guess that's probably what she's saying. The woman said, she says, my heart nearly exploded in my chest. I took her words as a non-confirmation confirmation. Yes, I said, please tell him I love him so much. Now, why would you be telling this woman that you love Twitch so much in a place that you don't even know if he's there because there's no confirmation that he's there? So you're at a recovery center in physical, doing all of this emotional bullshit, when you know good and well he's at a motel with a bullet in his head. See, the whole time while she's doing all that extra stuff to be her alibi, she already knew that Twitch was in a motel, with a bullet hole in the head. She already knew. She's just buying time at this point. You know? It goes on and it says, and I'm so proud of him for making this choice. Notice she's so proud of him if he was at the rehab center. This is sad, man. Just nothing but lies. Our family will stand with him through anything, and he can stay there as long as he needs. What? So you're saying Twitch can stay at the rehab as long as he needs, but his family didn't know he was on drugs and drank? You don't think his own family would know? If Twitch struggled with drinking and smoking, you don't think his cousins, brothers, sisters, nephews, you don't think they would know? I mean, the lies are just crazy, man. The lies are crazy. Okay. And I'm so proud of him for making this choice. Our family will stand behind him through anything, and he can stay there as long as he needs. If he doesn't want to talk to me, it's okay. I'll never judge him. That's a lie. You judged him all throughout the book. Talking about you'll never judge him. I'll never judge him. And I'll be here for him whenever he's ready to resume contact. I began calling friends and family to say I found Stephen. How could she call family and friends if Stephen is missing and there's no confirmation that he was found? Do you see what she's doing, guys? She's on record in this book saying that she contacted family and friends claiming she found Stephen. How? The rehab place never said he was there. So what she did is created a diversion by making the family not become excited about coming to the house, going out looking for him. Because remember, the murder may have allegedly taken place in the house, for all we know. And they brought him to the hotel to drop off the body after he was shot, possibly in the house. I'm just trying to give y'all all the info, because she said, I began calling friends and family to say I found Stephen, that he was safe. Why would you call family and friends and lie to them when none of those rehab centers made it crystal clear that Stephen was there? Yes, she's a narcissist, definitely. She says, I ran outside to the front yard to catch the cops who were standing near their parked squad car. I said, hey, I think I found him, but they can't legally confirm with me. Allison, are you stupid? You're telling officers you found him, but the rehab can't legally confirm that with you? Twitch never had no substance abuse problems. Never. Twitch wasn't on no drugs. Twitch never drank, guys. Twitch don't have a history of drinking. You understand? Let's see what else we got. Okay. I said, hey, I think I found him, but they legally, but they can't legally confirm with me. This is crazy, man. They can't legally confirm with me. Can you please go ask for your side? I returned to the house awash in relief. The letter in his nightstand, his panic in the night before, it all made sense now. Stephen had gone to rehab. He was going through something, and now he was getting help. This woman sounds crazy, guys. I was so caught up in my thoughts, I barely registered the womp, womp, womp of helicopters flying overhead and the wail of police sirens. Something was happening near our house. But then again, we live in Los Angeles, the land of high-speed cars chases. Something always seems to be happening. About 20 minutes later, 2 cops out in front were joined by a 3rd officer. He was older, very sweet. He came to the door, trailed by the others. The new arrival looked at me with such compassion. In his eyes, he asked me to sit down. And my heart sank. They said, they don't ask you to sit unless what they're about to tell you is very, very bad. I couldn't bring myself to sit down. If I didn't sit, then maybe whatever he was about to tell me wouldn't be real. A dark energy settled over the room as I stood frozen in place. Your husband has been found, he said, not in a rehab. He sat down at the kitchen table. I stayed where I was. Your husband was found in a hotel. He was found by the maid. He shot himself. No, no, no. I told them they found a black man, but it didn't mean they had found my man. Stephen would never do what this officer was suggesting. Well, if you saying that Stephen would not take his life, why you believe that story? Why you didn't come out in public and say, I don't believe the official story? My husband would never do that. But you accepted it. You know? I'm going to break down that very same stuff in another video. I want to really focus on this video here. So let's get back to this.
In a different kind of way, with a different kind of voice of sharing what I've now been through and what my family's been through. And so it can be really scary at times to take on that new role. But I feel like I've been prepared for this time in my life because of shows like So You Think You Can Dance and Dancing with the Stars. So that's really special. And that's all here in this book, like everything that really got me to this point. And even with those shows, even when I look back at So You Think You Can Dance, I was on the show in 2006, all the way through this last year up until 2023. Or wait, 2024? What year was last year? I don't even remember. All the way up until last year, I got to be a judge on So You Think You Can Dance. And so all those years of being on the show, I've been able to share so much of who I am. But this is just kind of a deeper dive into that. Oh, there's chapters in this about resilience. It's a really big, strong theme for me. A lot of people have witnessed my life the last couple of years and asked me so many questions on social media, through DM or emails, or even honestly when I'm out in public, when I'm going shopping or grocery shopping. I've had a lot of people stop me and just ask, like, what's helped me have the strength to keep going through a lot of things I've experienced lately in my life.
Nobody asked her that. We kept hearing her say these things. Nobody asked her none of that. People would ask her, what do you know about Twitch's death? And that is what annoyed her. That's why in the People magazine interview, she said she want to move on and she's tired of people questioning her about Twitch. It's not about, how you have the strength to get through. Nobody's asking nobody no dumb question like that over and over. They were asking her about, did you do it? What really happened? Why you're not fighting for Twitch? They were really getting on her case, and that is the issue she had with people.
And I think that's why it was important to kind of go all the way back into my childhood, because there's so much that I've dealt with and gone through that I had never shared before that really taught me that I can handle anything that I'm thrown my way with the right tools. I've also had a lot of help and strong-willed people around me teaching me different ways of standing up for myself and sticking to my guns and wanting to be the best version of myself. I have 3 beautiful children that have been on this journey with me, and they've experienced it all, and they're very different ages. Like my oldest is 16, I have a young boy that's 8, and then my youngest is 5. And I have learned so much from them through this journey that we've all experienced.
Everything she's saying is BS, man. It's just pure emotionalism coming from her spirit. She's a narcissist, a lunatic. She's disconnected from reality. She has no sense of what reality is. Like, with all the stuff going on social media, you would think that she would, like, I guess, go into hibernation and just stay away from the internet. But she's continually talking as if though people are not speaking negative.
And I'm just so proud of them and everything that they show that they are and have become. And they still have these gentle hearts that haven't locked up yet, because they're just still lovers of life. And I hope to really share with people that if you can find that like kid-like heart for yourself, you can keep going and experiencing life like that.
And that's the problem. She has a kid. She's a kid. She's not thinking like an adult.
I always say to my kids that we need to romanticize our lives, because we only get like one chance at it.
And that's exactly what she did with Twitch. She romanticized Twitch. She wasn't really serious about Twitch. You know what I mean? Shout out to Tiffany for the support. Tiffany for the support. Said appreciate you talking about this, because Twitch was so amazing, and he deserved to be defended. Thanks, Ringo. Thanks. Appreciate you sponsoring the work. Right? Okay. Let's get back to the video. I gotta go grab something to drink. Probably get me some chips or something. So I'm gonna let it play and I'm gonna be right back, right? I gotta do what I gotta do, fam.
And so they're definitely like my inspiration to keep going, and like the way our family is still channeling through and still going and still experiencing it. We still find laughter every single day. So I'm excited for you guys to also read that like my children are also like my biggest champions. With that, I also thought it'd be kind of fun to answer some questions that you guys have sent in as we kind of like move into like the second half of this live. But also this book, yeah, I hope you guys can take this book, learn as much about me as you can, but also find a little bit of hope for yourselves. If you maybe have, been around someone that's kind of in a low themselves, encourage them to find purpose in themselves, to keep that motivation, to keep going. And if they can just wake up the next morning, they can hopefully inspire someone else and see that there's so many people that love them as well. Because the kind of grief that my family and I have experienced, it's really, really difficult. It's really hard, and I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. So if we can just keep encouraging each other to keep going and finding that light in life, and finding that life is really here to help us, not work against us. I think that will really help so many people. Also, if you would like a signed copy, go to thisfarsignedbook.com to get 15% off, and you'll get an autographed edition. I'm gonna say that a few times throughout this, but I love you guys. And if you're new to following this live, thank you guys for joining. This is my book, This Far, my story of love, loss, and embracing the light. We're gonna move into some questions that we have. So I know I've been rambling and talking. I do that a lot, but motivation to keep going. And if they can just wake up the next morning, they can channeling through and still going and still experiencing it. We still find laughter every single day. So I'm excited for you guys to also read that like my children are also like my biggest champions. With that, I also thought it'd be kind of fun to answer some questions that you guys have sent in as we kind of like move into like the second half of this live.
Notice how everything in that video is edited. Everything is cut, copy, paste. Everything is edited. She's not talking fluent. It's like how when I come on live, there's no edit. I'm just speaking straight. I'm talking to the camera. You can see me. I'm over here. You can see me. You know what I mean? If I make any mistakes, it's on the live. You know, whatever I do, it's live. No hiding. But with her, everything is edited. You have to always peep game.
So this book, yeah, I hope you guys can take this book, learn as much about me as you can, but also find a little bit of hope for yourselves if you maybe have.
Notice, she said, take this book to learn about me. She been with Twitch for 9 to 10 years. When have she ever focused on you learning about her during that time? She want you to forget about Twitch and focus on learning about her. She never loved Twitch. From the day Twitch got with her, she never loved them, man. She's crazy. Literally. And this is something that Twitch may have been protecting her from for years. Meaning, Twitch knew she had some sort of mental problems. And he probably was trying to protect her image. But he couldn't deal with that mess. And probably wanted to leave. We talked about that in all my earlier investigative videos, that Twitch may have wanted to get a divorce. And then y'all thought Manny said that. No, Manny got that from me. Because if you go back to my beginning videos when I investigated the situation with Twitch, I said Twitch may have wanted to divorce her, and she didn't take no for an answer. She was like, look, you talking about divorcing me? I'm gonna kill you. Trust me. Because he was dealing with these issues. He had to deal with a crazy woman. And there's a lot of people on social media that are just like her. They're crazy. There's a lot of men that got divorced from women that were like her. There's a lot of women that divorce men that are narcissists and crazy.
You know, been around someone that's kind of in a low themselves, encourage them to find purpose in themselves, to keep that motivation, to keep going. And if they can just wake up the next morning, they can hopefully inspire someone else and see that there's so many people that love them as well. Because the kind of grief that my family and I have experienced, it's really, really difficult. It's really hard. And I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. So if we can just keep encouraging each other to keep going and finding that light in life and finding that life is really here to help us, not work against us, I think.
You can't see she crazy, y'all? You cannot see that Allison got mental problems? Am I the only one that can see this? I don't trust this woman, bro. I could tell she has mental problems, man. Yeah, the smile is so inappropriate. You're right. It's like she's disconnected from reality. Like, there's a word I'm looking for, but I can't find it in my mind right now, man. It's something she's doing that is like, man, what is that word? The way she's acting is like, it's like she never lost a husband that she loved. It's as if though she forgot about Steven already. He's not in her memory. Well, yeah, narcissistic pretty much covers it all. That's not the word I was looking for, but it's another phrase that you would use for people that act like her. Well, yeah, she is definitely out of sync with reality. Definitely out of sync, man. It's like she have no, my goodness, man. I can't, yo, it's annoying to see. Let's get back to it, man.
That will really help so many people. Also, if you would like a signed copy, go to thisfarsignedbook.com to get 15% off and you'll get an autographed edition. I'm going to say that a few times throughout this, but I love you guys. And if you're new to following this live, thank you guys for...
We got to rewind all of that back. You saw all those cut copy pastes? She's laughing and giggling about you wanting a signed copy of her damn book. The outburst of laughter is mental illness. I don't care what nobody say.
wish it upon anyone. So if we can just keep encouraging each other to keep going and finding that light in life and finding that life is really here to help us, not work against us, I think that will really help so many people. Also, if you would like a signed copy, go to thisfarsignedbook.com to get 15% off and you'll get an autographed edition.
You see that horrible editing? That's some horrible editing. Whoever edited that, I would have took the video down. I would have took the video down and had it done over. You talking about go to your website to get 15% off. You sound crazy, woman, for real. This is disgusting.
I'm going to say that a few times throughout this, but I love you guys. And if you're new to following this live, thank you guys for joining. This is my book, This Far, my story of love, loss, and embracing the light. We're going to move into some questions that we have. So I know I've been rambling and talking. I do that a lot, but here, these will be a little bit quicker. Okay. The first question is, where were you born? I was born in Minnesota, and I know Minnesota. And then I moved to Utah when I was like, I don't know, I'm so bad with ages and like knowing exactly.
Nobody asking where were you born. Nobody is asking you those questions. Nobody cares about you. You literally print up something you wrote and trying to act like people are asking you these damn questions. Stop lying, bruh. Like, for real. Nobody asking you where you from. You don't think they would know that already? Let's go.
Questions that we have. So I know I've been rambling and talking. I do that a lot, but here, these will be a little bit quicker. Okay. The first question is, where were you born? I was born in Minnesota, and I know Minnesota. And then I moved to Utah when I was like, I don't know, I'm so bad with ages and like knowing exactly, but somewhere between like 8 and 10. It's a really wide range. I was young, and I don't have that many memories of living in Minnesota, except that my dad was awesome and like used to make this like ice skating rink in our backyard. And so I like learned how to ice skate and play hockey back there. Number 2 is, what is your favorite color? I know it's not technically a color, but I like black and gold. What
grown adult is asking this woman, what's your favorite color? It's like she's a fucking kid. She's literally having the mindset of a 3-year-old. What grown adult want to know what's your favorite color? She's making this up, people. You don't think people are going to be asking her questions about Twitch? You don't think people are going to be asking her real questions? Come on, man.
is one thing you need to have in your fridge at all times? I get made fun of for this all the time, but my snack is salami and Dijon mustard, and I could eat that and live off that every single day for the rest of my life. I've had the same snack since I was like a child. I love it and I'm obsessed. That, and I'm a sauce person, so I can just douse anything with sauce and I'll eat it. So if I have Cholula sauce, ranch, barbecue sauce, or ketchup, I'm happy. And mustard, obviously. Okay, the next question is, who is the most interesting person you met recently? That's a fire question. Okay, the most interesting person that you met recently? Wait, this is kind of weird. It's not like recent, but the most interesting person I know is my daughter's best friend, Simone. Her name is Simone Bacon. First off, her name's just dope because her last name is Bacon and I just call her Bacon. But she's like, I've known her for like a few months now, but she's just dope. Like, she's just really cool. She comes with us on all of our holiday trips and hangs out with our family all the time. And she's like only 16 years old, but I kind of want to be her. I just think she's really cool. She comes with us and like, she just makes everything like light and fun. She just like is so invested in life and experiencing everything. I took her with us to Utah a couple weeks ago, and we were going to this cabin, and she looked at me and she just started bawling, and she's like, Miss Allison, this is my first time seeing snow. And it just like melted me. It was like the sweetest thing ever. So yeah, so my daughter's best friend. I don't know. Okay. What is my biggest pet peeve? Is it okay for me to give a few? Is that okay? Okay, cool. So my biggest pet peeve, first, eating with your mouth open. Not cool. Just keep it closed. Close the mouth. We don't want to hear it. We don't need to hear what you are eating. Second pet peeve, close cabinets behind you. I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to sprain an ankle. I don't want to get a bruise on my shin. I bruise easily. I got anemia. So if you leave drawers open, I'm going to bruise. And that's something that's really just directed at my kids. So please close the cabinets behind you and the drawers, because obviously it's kind of a trigger for me because it happens a lot. So close your drawers, please. Let's see, what else? Biggest pet peeve is I'm like a feel good, smelly kind of person. So like, I don't know, smell good. Is that okay? I don't know. Just like put on deodorant and stuff.
She has mental illness, guys. You cannot see that this woman has the mind of a 5-year-old. Kindergarten questions. These are not adult questions, guys. None of these questions are coming from adults. These are kindergarten. You're at school teaching kids in a classroom. These are kindergarten grade level questions. That's why I told you, listen, she did not write this book. She did not write this book. Because the way she talked, the way she communicates is not the words that are used in this book. It's not. That's how I know when somebody is real from fake.
I don't know. Okay. What is your favorite hobby? I feel like I have like lots of hobbies. Okay. Is cold plunging a hobby? Because I like to cold plunge. I like the sauna. I like to work out.
The unnecessary smiling is just so disgusting because people want to know about Twitch. They don't care for you. Like, I'm just being serious. Like, nobody wants to know you, Allison. You're not a likable person. Nobody likes you right now. Have it ever dawned on you? Do you even understand social media? Do you even check the stats to know what are people saying about me? What is my public image rating? Do you even know your public value? What are the people saying about you online? Do they like you? Nobody likes you, Allison. You're smiling like we're all friends, like we really rocking with you. We don't like you because we see how dirty you are on Twitch. You're disrespecting this man every chance you get. You're lying all throughout your book. The book should have been in the fiction section of the bookstore because the whole book is fiction. Everything you're talking about regarding yourself and your upbringing are lies too. Not only is the book full of lies about Twitch, but everything that she talked about in regards to herself are lies. How do you know? Because if she's lying about Twitch, she's lying about everything about herself to make herself feel important. Her book did flop. It's not selling. Her book flopped. Listen. Her book flopped. You understand? It flopped. That's why she's going hard in the paint, trying to promote it on all these different websites, doing interviews, trying her best to plug the book in hopes for people to buy it. The book was $30. They lowered it down to $20. She's now telling you, go to some website so you can get 15% off. They bringing that price down low, 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 low. Why? Nobody's buying it. Nobody's buying it. You know? I bought the book to do content. I'm smart. I bought the book to do a review. This is a reaction channel. I'm reacting to the book. I paid my money. I read the book. and I react to it, sharing my review. No different than if I watched a movie and I share my thoughts about that movie and play a clip. Same thing. It's called fair use. That being said, let's get back to the tapes.
Yoga. I like pickleball. I've never really done it, so I can't really say it's a favorite hobby, but it's about to become one of my favorite hobbies is golf. I went golfing for the first time the other day and it was fire. I loved it. And I was out there for like 4 hours melting in the sun, but I thought it was really cool. So I'm picking up golf.
Nobody cares about your hobbies, Allison. Nobody don't care. See, you're not a likable person. You're not. You're not. And it's like the more you play this passive aggressive type mindset, it's like you're weird. Is that the word I was looking for? Passive aggressive? Is that the word I was looking for? I think that was what I was looking for.
It's really, really cool. Watching movies. I avidly think that's a hobby, and so I love watching movies. I'm a nerd, so I love everything Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Dune, Star Wars, all that. So I'm just a collector of items and stories, books, all the series, all of it. So that's a hobby of mine. Oh, which takes me to the next question. What is your guilty pleasure TV show? I just named them. Dune, all the Star Wars everythings, all the Harry Potters everythings, all the nerd stuff. I like it. And anime. Naruto. So, okay, there's only a few more of these, but they're really fun. Okay, what is your guilty pleasure junk food? I have a lot of these too. Okay, I like Reese's. I like, well, pretty much anything chocolate is really, really lovely to me. This is like, I don't know if this is like a normal pleasure junk food, but I like ramen, and I'll eat ramen any hour of the day with like sriracha sauce doused in it. So that's probably my pleasure junk food. And I hadn't had fast food in like 15 years until recently. But I would definitely put a quarter pounder and fries from McDonald's in that category as well. So don't judge me, or judge me if you'd like. I've also just recently had soda for the first time in 15 years.
Yeah, the word I was looking for is passive aggressive. That's the word that I was looking for. Her entire way she presents herself is a passive aggressive way of doing things. Like she's avoiding criticism, but she's also showing us how much she hates Twitch, right? While at the same time making herself out to be important, but avoiding the criticism, avoiding confrontation, she's avoiding everything. And she's just moving forward as if though we can't see what she's doing. That's the best way I could put it. It's disgusting.
And if you mix your cup with 2/3 Diet Coke and then the other third Cherry Coke, it's delightful. With the like smashed up ice, not the regular sized ice, like the smashed up small, beautiful ice. That's my guilty pleasure. Who is the last band you've listened to? Ooh, okay, wait. Is Coldplay considered a band? Yeah, perfect. Okay. I just went and saw Coldplay play live in Australia. I went to both nights of their show, and it was the best thing I've ever done in my entire life. I can't wait to just be a fan and go see them whenever and all the times I can. So I would say Coldplay. I didn't just listen to them, I went and saw them live. It was really amazing. And where do you want to go that you've never been? I have a whole bucket list of places I'd like to go. I want to go to Bora Bora. I would love to go to anything in Europe. I've never really had a Europe experience. So I want to go to like Paris. I want to go to Ibiza. I want to go to Amsterdam. I want to do Rome. I don't know. I just think like, even like in the book, like I talk that I'm just such a lover of life. Like no matter how much grief I've been through and how much tragedy I've been through or not experienced all the good days and the bad days, like I
always knew that Allison was crazy. Like every time I would see her with Twitch and she would start talking, there would be like this outburst the way she's doing right now. And I always knew that she was overcompensating for something. It's like she would try to, I guess, act bubbly and happily, like And she would do all this extra stuff. And I'm like, it's not normal. Like, when I'm around people, I don't do stuff like that. Like, I'm very just, stay quiet, kind of be observant, listening to who's who, trying to figure out what's going on, reading the room. But the way she is right now, that's how she was with Twitch. And it appeared as though they're just this happy couple. But now we're seeing that all that stuff she was doing when she was with Twitch, she was fake the whole time. Because really, she's crazy. Twitch just didn't know that at the time he got with a woman that had mental illness. I guarantee you, this woman's supposed to be on medication right now, but she's not. Everything she's trying to make Twitch out to be, that's her. That's her. And think about how many other people are, I guess, in positions of power, and they're really crazy folks that are on mental, like they got mental issues, and they're busy making decisions for people, but they're the ones with the real problems.
I want to experience life to the fullest and see things and learn as much as I can. So I would go anywhere and everywhere, to be honest. Those are the last. Okay, so anyways, those are like a lot of questions I just ran through. Those are the rapid fire questions. You guys have been amazing. Remember that if you guys go to thisfarsignedbook.com, you can get an autographed copy of the book. And right now you can get it if you use FAR15 at checkout. You can get 15% off your purchase. Thank you guys so much for joining me. You guys have been incredible. And I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And yeah, thank you for all your love and support. Peace.
This is sad, man. When I tell you that this woman is really crazy, she's crazy, guys. I'm not making that up. She has serious mental illness. Like, I don't see a woman who's normal. Twitch was murdered, guys. Listen, guys, I don't think you understand. Twitch was murdered. Twitch was murdered. He was murdered. They killed him. And for whatever reason, it's being covered up right now because of what she's doing. Through that book, she lied so many times. And again, if you're on the Ringo TV Raw channel, we're streaming simultaneously on the Reaction channel. We're on the Reaction channel. We're going to pretty much be closing down in a minute the streams, but we're going to talk for a little bit while we do that. But yeah, man, this is a sick situation, guys. A very, very sick situation that people can't even see this. Like, they can't even see what's going on with this whole story because they're blinded by, but that's his wife. She's hurting because, she lost her husband and all this other stuff. No. She never loved Twitch. She never cared for Twitch. She never did. She never liked him. Never loved him. What you're witnessing is a narcissist at work. You're witnessing someone who, even if you look at the photos of her and him, Twitch is the one who loved her, but she never loved him. She was crazy the whole time. A lot of us get into relationships sometimes with people that are crazy, and we don't realize that. You ever hear these women, every time they complain about their man, he's a narcissist. He's a narcissist. There's some truth to that. There's some truth to that. But here's the thing, ladies. If you keep attracting men that are narcissists, right? Listen to me now. It's because you yourself have some sort of issues. I know you don't want to deal with the accountability, but if you keep running into men that are narcissists, there's something about you that is attracting them. Which means you're going to have to check your temperature and find out, why is it that you keep running into these kind of men? Because there's no way you could tell me that you're just this great woman, but every man you run into is a narcissist. Nah, something's going on with you that you haven't addressed, right? So, yeah, Allison is in a lot of mess, man. And we're going to cover every part of this, man. She's officially crazy in my book. She is officially crazy. I don't see her as a stable-minded woman. Let me tell you something, guys. And this is a true story. It's a true story. Story time. Story time. So, back in the day, right? I was talking to this one woman, right? And, you know, she's cool. You know, we chilling, everything cool. We knew each other for a minute. And, you know, I was kicking with her, all of that other stuff. And as I'm getting invested into this relationship, I started noticing some things. Some things weren't adding up. I realized that this woman was crazy. How many of you brothers ever dated a woman that she looked good? I mean, she a baddie, right? Everything looked good, man. Fine, dressed nice, smelled good. But this woman was crazy. Had some sort of mental issue. And I didn't realize it till I was invested. Meaning, like, I like her, but at the same time, it's like, this woman really crazy. You started noticing patterns, like weird stuff. And I knew I had to get away from her because she's crazy. Which means if you don't get away from her, she could possibly kill you. She could possibly kill you and do things. I remember there was this situation where she would be like following me around, doing weird stuff. Like I'll be at certain places, she watching, following me. Like literally, like hiding here, doing this, doing like weird stuff. And I'm like, the hell's going on with this one? I know I just saw her. Then I would confront her about that. I'm like, yo, what the hell you doing? And she's like, oh, well, and she would be talking some weird stuff like, I can't live without you. Can't live without me. I don't know about that, man. Like you starting to get really weird. You know what I'm saying? But I just kind of just let it go. And I started hearing other things from people that's like, yo, man, you need to let shorty go, bro. Like, she weird, man. She looked good. Yeah, man, she definitely looked good. But I'm hearing a lot of stories about her, man. Like, she be bugging out, man. Like, doing some crazy stuff, picking up knives and, you know. So, I forgot where in the world it was, but news in the streets be traveling far. And I remember there was this situation where one of my peoples, they was like, yo, so-and-so and so used to talk to her, fam. I was like, who? Oh, so-and-so and so. He used to talk to her, man. Word. So I was already in transition and of getting out of that situation with her, right? Bruh man was telling me all sorts of mess, man, about how she crazy. It's like, yeah, she crazy, man. She'll pick up a knife. She'll lie. She'll say you did something to her. She'll say you hit her. She'll say you did this. I said, nah, I can't have that around me, man. And it kind of remind me of all these relationships these dudes get into where women be falsifying information, saying that he beat her up or he SA'd her or whatever, raped her. And I was like, nah. And then once I got to the point where I was like, I'm leaving, it's like she didn't want to let me go. She didn't want to let me go, guys. She did not want to let me go. It's like I would go, but couldn't go. And I'm trying to figure out, was Twitch in a situation like that where it's like he wanted out, but couldn't get out? So when I say I left and couldn't go, it's like no matter if I would stop calling, if I would stop doing this, if I would stop looking for, they would literally pop up and be like, why you leaving me though? I don't understand. I'm like, look, the fuck, you're crazy? Like, I don't want to deal with you no more. Like, what? Leave, man. But why? I mean, what did I do? I didn't do nothing wrong. Why? I'm like, yo, she's crazy, man. She's crazy, man. This woman is crazy. She don't want to leave me alone, bro. So what ended up happening is, it's like I wasn't still with her, but I was kind of communicating. And I guess it got to the point where she decided she's leaving herself. And it's like, that was the only way I was able to get rid of her. She was crazy. Very codependent. Like, she really thought I was her lifeline. And I think it's because she'd been dating different men, and for that reason, none of those relationships worked. And it seemed like nobody wanted to be with her. So it's like, with me, she probably felt like, wow, we were with each other for a minute, and now you just want to let me go. Nah, I can't go. So I know what that's like, man. That's why if a woman is crazy, I'm not dealing with her, man. Once I start seeing that mental illness stuff kick in, you start acting weird, nah. So Twitch was with a woman that was crazy from the beginning. He just didn't see the signs, and he liked her. And typically crazy women are somewhat attractive. You might end up having a baby with them. This is why you have a lot of dudes, they got baby mamas from hell, and you wondering, but damn, how come you didn't know that from the beginning? How come you didn't notice that your baby mama was from hell? Well, you're not gonna know in the beginning. You can only learn this through experience. Now, once you experience a baby mama from hell, or just a woman you dated from hell, or even if you're a woman dating a crazy narcissistic man, once you learn this, you shouldn't keep repeating the same issue, because you learn from it. You see? And there's a lot of women that look good on the outside, but they got demon spirits on the inside. You know? They look good, but they got spirits. You know? For example, a lot of these women on social media that do tarot card reading and spells and all this other mess, and they're witches. Witches normally look attractive. They normally do. A lot of them. And, you know, they're busy watching you. They normally gravitate towards men that have power and influence. I have a lot of women like that follow me on my Instagram, women that subscribe to my channel. These are tarot card readers. They do all sorts of weird spells and weird shit, and they follow me for whatever reason. Like, I don't know what they're searching for, but whatever demon spirits they're communicating with about me, none of their nonsense work, because I'm not interested in all of that shit that they do. But witches normally gravitate towards powerful men. So what happens is, Twitch, although very influential, he had power, and it attracted a witch who is Allison. Allison is a witch. Do you understand me? She casts spells. She most likely do rituals. There's a lot of stuff. Even in her book, she talk about rituals that she do. Rituals where they sit by the family pool. I'm gonna talk about that in another video, where they sit by the family pool and they look up to the stars and do some sort of ritual. Listen, some weird stuff, man. Weirdo stuff she was into, man. So Twitch got with a witch, bro. And now he dead because they killed him. You know? Well, then the necklace she have on has a meaning. You know, everything has a meaning. You know? Everything has a meaning, guys. Everything has a meaning. Hold on. Oh, I just found a new secret. You can actually turn this thing. Okay. I didn't know that. I just found out how to turn images on this software. You know? All of these things have a meaning. You know? All of them. And she's making it seem like somebody's recording her, but nobody asked her any questions. So you got to ask, who are the people who's recording this? Who are they? Who are the people recording that video? You know, you see she got a DJI mic, wireless mic on. So it's like, who's recording her? Is she recording herself? Who's doing this? Somebody's recording her because they edited the video. Never edit a video of somebody that is talking about a book, because that means they don't know how to talk, but yet they could write a book, 232 pages, but you're editing videos? Come on, man. If you're an author of a book, you should be able to talk fluently without ever stopping. You see like how I am? I can write a book. I'm going to have books in the future. Most High willing. Because I can talk and talk and talk for hours and hours. That is proof that I can write a book easy. You know? All I got to do is talk. It's not about sitting there with a pen and a pad. You can write a book by just talking. That's all. You can just talk and write a book. Just share your story. Put it in a book. You know? But this woman is crazy. And I need the world to know that. So, hey, we're going to have more content later on. You know what I'm saying? I got to take care of some work. I got to really, really take care of some work, because it's about to be the weekend, Friday. You know what I'm saying? So I got to handle some business today and do a couple of things. I got to buy something for my camera, man, some expensive memory cards. These memory cards are expensive, man, but I need them for the cinema rig. But I'm going to look into that. We're going to have part 3 of the Manny video interview. We're going to continue to wrap that up. I got to talk about the Irv Gotti situation, 50 Cent. It's a couple of other videos I got to talk about. And yeah. Gonna stay focused with this. Y'all stay positive. I hope you enjoyed this particular stream. Be sure to click the like button one time. Make sure you click that like button, right? Shout out to Alfred for the support. Alfred, Bertha, Mary, G Percy. Wait, yeah, G Percy. All right. So yeah, we're gonna get up on out of here. I'm gonna take care of some business and do what I gotta do. I gotta find a charger. I gotta continue to work. I gotta find a particular charger for my camera so I could charge these batteries. I know it's in here somewhere. It's just that, you know, although I'm settled in, I have like some boxes with some stuff that I'm trying to clear and you know, keep everything tidy. I don't want to have boxes with a bunch of junk that I carried from the other place just sitting in a box. So it's like I'm emptying those boxes. You know those boxes we all have in the house where it's just like boxes or crates and it just has a bunch of mess in it and you don't even know what's in the damn box. It's just a box of mess. But in the box are things you need. Like they're items you just don't want to throw away, but they're just there and you're afraid to go in there because you know it's time consuming. Well, I'm actually battling those boxes right now. I'm actually battling those boxes. I was able to actually conquer 2 of them already. For real. So, and I'm actually happy and proud of myself because I'm like, we all got those boxes and crates in the house. It's that box that you keep in the closet. And or in some room and you have them stacked on top of each other and it's just a bunch of shit. And you don't know what it is, but you know you need what's in the boxes, but you don't want to go through them because it's just too much stuff. A lot of small items, large items. It has change in there, screws, batteries, keychains. Like, it's just a bunch of junk. I just don't like to deal with it. But I got to deal with it. You know what I mean? So I'm happy about that, man. I can't believe it. I actually did that, man. So I'm going to work on that and probably find some YouTube video to watch while I'm doing that work. So it's 5:23 a.m. It is what it is. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. Again, we're streaming on 2 platforms. I'm going to try to do that every time I go live because I'm trying to build up the Ringo TV Raw channel. I'm going to have separate content over there as well. But for now, I need to keep my other platform in the loop because if I'm not posting, then the channel is just dying by just sitting there. And I don't want that to happen. So I simul stream on both. That way you got a vertical perspective of what we're doing and the horizontal. So it's 2 separate videos. Even though it's the same video, it's 2 separate videos, right? So yeah, so we're gonna get up on out of here. What I'm really trying to do right now, guys, is I'm trying to get my cinema rig set up so I can shoot the intro for the studio, right? That's what I'm trying to do. Because I can go live in the studio right now, like the full studio with all 7 cameras. I could do that right now. But I don't want to do it until I have my introduction. I want it to be done right. You know what I mean? I need it to be done right. I need to introduce you to the studio before we use it fully the way it's supposed to. You know, I'm going to still do videos like this. You know what I mean? Because this is a setup here that's specifically for content, but I also want to have the main setup that we're going to be using probably like on once a day or on the weekend, you know, to make it more fun. In other words, through the week, I'll be like this, but on the weekend, we're going to be with the full studio setup, which makes it more interesting for the content, you know? So that's going to be doing, you know, I want to make sure I have a video that I'm going to do for the intro, you know what I mean? As well as the downstairs studio, which is lit. The downstairs studio is done. It's finished. It's ready to go. I'm excited about it. The room is a 10 of 10 visuals. It's just amazing, amazing. Once you see it, you're going to be proud. You're going to be happy. You're going to be excited. All the people that supported the work, you're going to be like, man, damn, you came a long way, bro. Man, you're going to really enjoy it, man. Visually, it is the best studio setup you ever seen on social media. The best of the best, I promise you. It is the best of the best. I've been putting my all into it. I am a professional at decor. I can decorate a house and make it look like a palace. You understand? This is a skill that I have. I'm very good with colors because I'm a muralist. I can paint, I can draw, I understand colors. I know what colors blend with certain colors to make certain colors pop. So when it comes to decorating, I can literally make a place cozy, visually pleasing. I can create a space in a house that will make you be at peace and you'll just be relaxed all day, because when you look at your space, the colors in your space will make your mind be at ease and make you relax. A lot of people don't understand this, but certain colors in a room makes a room peaceful, more relaxing, whereas some colors make you more stressed. That's why you got to understand how colors affect the frequency you're under, right? So we'll have that for you. So be patient. I know it's been a long time coming, but we got a lot of work to do and we're really excited. You know, I hope the weather stays the way it is in North Carolina because it's been warm lately. I was actually out yesterday mowing the lawn. I was happy about that. I got out, I was mowing the lawn, and because, you know, when it's winter time, the grass get cold, it goes dormant. So the way it was lushed when I was showing you guys in videos, it had lost that lush, nice look to it. But it's still green, but it had lost that beauty. But that's normal when it's cold. You know, you can't expect it to be like that way when the temperatures drop. So I basically mowed the lawn and, gave it some fertilizer and whatnot to kind of, feed it a little bit. And yeah, it looks good. All the neighbors know. A neighbor stopped me the other day. He was like, man, you making all the neighbors mad. Because I'm the only one in the whole entire community with green lawn, guys. No cap. Another neighbor, he had stopped me the other night. Well, not the other night. I think it was like about 2 months ago. Let me see. No, about 3 months ago. He had stopped me. I was outside. It was nighttime and I was working on the lawn and whatnot. And he had stopped me and he was like, hey, let me show you something real fast. And he showed me an image. I think I told y'all the story. He showed me an image of an aerial view. I guess somebody that probably owns some land on the other side. They have a lot of farmers, a lot of herdsmen. They have a lot of people. It's a lot of different businesses that are run out here on different parts. But there's like an open land, and I guess somebody flew a drone right over this community where I'm at, and all you see is a patch of green in one spot, and everywhere else, like the lawn is in dormant. So it was cool. I would really love to get a copy of that image because it looked dope. I mean, man, like this is the only spot that has green lawn. It's crazy. So yeah, I might get me a drone and do my own. Because it was a cool image to see. Right? Yeah, once the sun come back and the temperature rise, the lawn will wake back up. You know what I mean? Right now it's just sleep. But when the weather changes and it's cold, some lawn die out, you get some thatch. So I got to kind of dethatch again. And not too much because it's a freshly new lawn, but it's always a good idea to dethatch to get rid of any junk that might be on the lawn so that new growth can kick in. You could even overseed like once the weather start to change up, like early spring, it's always a good idea to overseed, like not when the weather get hot, not that time. That's like a bad time. But normally when it's like between like the 70s highs and the lows at night, like around 55, that's a perfect time to overseed if you want your lawn to be brand new and flourish within under a month. Your lawn will be flourished, right? You would have to overseed between the temperatures of like 70 degrees, 75, 70, and the low temperatures at night between like 60 and 55. You'll be good to go. Even if it's 50 degrees at night, that's still good, right? Your lawn is, the seeds will be able to germinate. And make sure you give it adequate water and you're good to go, You'll be good to go. All your neighbors will be jealous and envious and, they'll be mad. They'll be like, how you did it? Well, I know what to do, Let me see. Another thing that I learned is like when you overseed and you grow your lawn, don't be so quick to cut it. I made that mistake. Don't be so quick to cut it. Just let it grow. Let it grow. Let it overgrow. Let it get wild. Let it get crazy. Don't worry about it. Just leave it. The longer it get, the more crazy it get, allow the lawn to establish its roots, right? Don't cut it too soon, you know? Let it just grow, because especially during the wintertime, because the longer it is, right, it'll take longer for it to go into dormant and die out, because what's going to do is going to feed itself. The longer it is, it'll begin to feed itself. And then with the dew in the morning, that morning dew, that acts as free water. So you don't have to go out with a water hose in the winter. Every morning when it's cold and it has that morning dew, that is feeding, your lawn is taking care of itself. You don't have to do nothing. Also, when it's freezing cold or it's cold in the morning, never walk on your lawn in the morning. All you're doing is destroying it because it's frozen. So when you step on it, you're going to hear crackling. That's your lawn breaking. You're literally breaking your lawn, and you're going to have footprints all over your lawn. When you're overseeding, don't let nobody walk on the lawn. Put a little sign up, put a little rope around the lawn area, and don't let nobody walk on it. You know? I mean, I can have a whole class on how to make your lawn perfect, but you know, I'll do that another time. So hey, y'all take care. I'm gonna go handle some business. Appreciate everybody stopping by. You know what I mean? Some of y'all probably getting up in the morning to go to work. I remember when I was on the 9 to 5, I had to be there at 5 a.m. I had to get up at 3:30 in the morning to go to work, man. I mean, I liked it. I ain't gonna hold you. It was kind of awkward for the time, but I didn't mind getting up at 3:30 to be at work at 5, because I was out of work at 1 p.m. I would clock out. So I was cool, you know. But yeah, some of y'all probably going to work now. Maybe you coming off work. So hey, salute to everybody out there. Salute to all the truckers out there on the road. Everybody in them streets doing what they got to do. Shout out to Betty for the support, and everybody else that support the work we do. And again, the last thing that we have to purchase for the whole reality show is the stabilizer. The stabilizer is the thing that the camera supports so that you can get steady shots. When you wear it as a vest and you can walk around with it with the camera, and you don't even have to hold the camera. You know what I mean? Obviously you would hold the camera with arm thing, but the stabilizer allows you to get ultra steady shots, similar to when they film in movies. You know, that's what they use when they film in movies. That's the last thing that I have to get. And that thing is expensive. It's not cheap, right? So in due time, everything will be done. I'm just excited about what's going on. You have to be. When in this line of work, you got to be excited, and you got to take risk. It's not easy. There's a lot of people that try to be content creators, and I keep telling them, this is work. You're not just sitting around making videos, making money all day. I don't know who told you that lie, but it don't work like that. You got to hustle. You got to work. You got to grind. You got to perfect what you do. You know what I mean? But it takes time. It takes time. Some people get lucky and they start making a heck of a lot of money. Some people, they have to work hard in order to make $1, and it's not easy. You know, I see a lot of YouTubers, they be complaining, and I'm like, look, it's not for you. Just quit. It's not for you. Your content sucks. You know, there's no quick fix. If you're trying to do content, nothing's working, nobody's viewing your platform, it's because you suck. Your videos suck. You suck. Nothing you're doing is good. Stop. Just quit. It's not for you. It's annoying to see this, because a lot of times people want to be content creators, and they come on YouTube, they have a camera, and then they get mad when nobody viewing them. It's not for you. It's like, if I see a firefighter, I just can't say, you know what, I want to be a firefighter because I see you doing it. It don't work like that. You got to get training. You got to take the classes. You got to do this. You got to do that. There's a lot of stuff that goes into becoming a content creator that is successful at doing it. You know? There's a lot of work you got to do. Do you know how much this studio here value? I put every dollar into this studio, fam. The studio downstairs, I spent every dime to build everything up. You know why? Because I believe in what I do. And I look at it like I got one life. One. Might as well I do my all for what I love to do. You know? That's just the way it is. At Ingrid, it's not that now you can see the live chat. You're on a different channel. You were on the Ringo TV Raw channel. Now you're over at the Ringo TV Reactions channel. You cannot see both chats in one channel, right? We're on two separate channels. Two separate channels streaming right now. That's why I told everybody on the Reactions channel, on the Raw channel, if you want to see what I'm showing, come to the Reaction channel, you know? We're on two different channels, streaming at the same time. I'm doing it like this, so my Ringo TV Raw channel is attracting new viewers as well. That way, all my platforms are being built up, and my name is moving in the algorithm rather than just on one channel. You know, I'm utilizing the vertical feed as well as the horizontal feed at the same time. It's called being smart. You know, other content creators, they've been copying off of me. When I do this, they don't ever say, hey, shout out to Ringo. They don't even give me no credit. They just act like they did it. You know? So, hey, I'm going to get up on out of here. I got work to do. Go perfect these skills. Get this thing popping. I got to find a Best Buy. I got to buy a memory card. I got to find a store in North Carolina. I got to find something. I really wish they had a B&H photo store in North Carolina. That would have been great. But it's only in New York, you know? They only have that store in New York. That's my favorite store. It's a Jewish-owned store business, but they do the best business, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man. B&H Photo is the best store when you want electronics, cameras, you want anything dealing with film. B&H is the store to go to, fam, in New York City and Manhattan. That's the best store to go to, hands down, man. There's no other store, man. You go there, you feel at home. It's a good business. I mean, they treat you like a human being. You could walk in there, you could try out the gear, you can test things out. They don't look at you like, oh, you can't afford it and all that stupid stuff. You go in there, they treat you like your family. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But if I'm ever in New York, I would definitely go over there to shop for stuff. But if not, I'll just order it online. I could order it from their website. So whatever I need, I can order it from their website. You know? Zach says, gotta go to Charlotte. But what do they got out there in terms of electronic stores for photography, video? If you have any suggestions, bro, just send that to the Instagram. Like, cause I need a memory card for my FX3. Them damn cards for the memory cards for the FX3 is expensive, bro. I'm like, damn, them things expensive for only 160 gigs. I mean, with 4K resolution, that's going to disappear. You know? Try going to, let me see. So that you saying that's in Charlotte? Yeah, just send the info and I'll take a look. And I'll go down there today. You know what I mean? But let me copy this name right here real fast and Google map this. Cause I really need the card today. And they most likely would have it over there. Cause I don't feel like ordering it and I have to wait. Because I want to make sure I set up the cinema rig the right way. I'm hearing too many nightmare stories about people frying their FX3 by using a so-called dummy battery with a V-mount battery through the DTAP thing. And I ain't trying to do that. I'm just going to use the USB-C with the battery in the camera so that it's charging it via the V-mount battery. That's how I'm gonna do mine. To me, that's the safest way based on what I read online. I'm gonna use it that way. Cause I'm seeing videos of people frying a $4,000 camera. I'm like, man, I ain't doing that, bro. Because originally I was going to use the camera to live stream in the studio and plug a dummy battery into it. And then when I bought it, I was watching the video and the guy said, no, don't do it. Don't. I was like, okay. He said, man, I bought one of them dummy batteries, hooked on my camera, and it fried my camera, bro. Because what happened is the voltage is different. So I guess because there's a certain amount of voltage the camera needs to be powered. So if you use the wrong power supply, it'll fry the camera. Or you would have to take it in to get repairs. And who does that with a brand new camera? So it's like, man, I don't got money to waste like that, man. These cameras is too expensive, especially these lens, you know? But yeah, man, we're going to get up on out of here. Got to wake up the girls to go to school, do what they need to do and whatnot. So, yeah. Y'all take care. I'll catch y'all later on with more content. Ringo TV Reactions salute you. Ringo TV Raw, we salute you. So I'm going to shut it down on the Ringo TV Raw channel. So to everybody over here, peace and blessings. I'll catch you on the next video. Come on over to the Reactions channel so we can close out because I'm shutting down it on this channel over here, right? So peace to everybody on the Ringo TV Raw channel, right?